Oh, hey team. Okay, I thought I... Do your part. Hey, roaring Palestinian. All right, hold on. Guys, I am so far behind on shit. I am so far behind on everything. Hey, Tamir. 50% disapproval rating. Guys, I'm so far behind on everything. Hey, Zach. I'm okay. Still stressed about a lot of shit. Still angry about YouTube still not giving me my page back. Hey, Enums, how's it going? Yes, I love seeing people in Twitch. We're doing Twitch now. Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Yes, I love seeing Twitch comments. I did officially join the affiliate program on Twitch, but I don't really know what the next step is on there. Yeah, well, I'm not just stressed out about the YouTube shit, okay? I'm stressed out about the YouTube shit. I'm stressed out about money. I'm stressed out about the mice in my apartment, okay? I'm still looking for a decent exterminator because I'm gonna bring in, hey Mo, yes, Twitch. I'm gonna bring in an outside exterminator. I told my building that. I'm tired of these jokers. I'm tired of dealing with their bullshit. So yes, I'm gonna bring in an outside exterminator. So I'm stressed out about that too. Okay. And I'm stressed out about not having health insurance. I'm stressed out about the fact that my tooth is still missing. What is a wiggy? Oh my God. My baby. My baby. Oh my God. My little ham shaking. Yeah, and that's just like personal stuff that I feel, not to mention all the other like shit that's going on in the world. Like I'm always like thinking about that too. Like I'm always thinking about that. Not to mention as far as my other content goes, content that I make for Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, just like other content I make, I'm so behind. Like I'm behind like 6 videos behind. Like I have a content schedule that I try to like get out a certain amount of content every single day, and I'm like 6 video recordings behind. Oh, another thing too, I'm so behind on everything. I have not gone in and personally thanked yet everybody in the last week who has donated to my Venmo or my Cash App. I always do that. I always try to make that a priority to go in and thank everybody individually. And I have not done that yet because I have been so overwhelmed with like all this other shit. And I still need to do that. I still need to get that done. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I thought you were just taking a break. No, no, no. I knew that I was going to go live today. I just wasn't sure. Hey, I just wasn't sure. So some of you who are on YouTube should go to Twitch because I'm trying to get my time up on Twitch. Hey, Maziko. I'm trying to get my stream time up on Twitch. Drop off book. Have you been live on Red Note yet? No, I got banned from Red Note. Yes, it was very sad. I loved Red Note. I was so into Red Note, and then they banned me. It was very sad. I've tried to appeal it multiple times and they keep rejecting it. I don't even know why they banned me. But the sad thing about Red Note is you can still see everything. It's not like on TikTok or something where, hey, Tracy. It's not like on TikTok or any of the other apps where if you get banned, you can't even go in. On Red Note, it allows you to go in and you can see everybody else post, but you can't post anything. Red Note bans politics. Oh, well, that's probably why I got banned then. That's probably why. Because I immediately started talking about politics. Yeah, it's a bummer. I really liked it. I really liked it. So I was like, no. Oh, good to see we have 5 people on Twitch now. Woohoo! 5 people on Twitch. Hey, Linda. Linda's on Twitch. Woohoo! Yeah, guys, the reason why I'm asking people to go to Twitch is because I'm trying to build up my time there. You need to have like a certain amount of hours, a certain amount of like stream hours, a certain amount of interactions in the Twitch comments. Somebody was showing me the other day, but like you have to build it up to like a certain amount of like people interacting with your content and stuff. I was banned from YouTube, no explanation, said I repeated messages too much. That's crazy. Hey, old bony bird. That's a really funny emoji. This one's one of my favorites too, Zach, the little dinosaur. I think it's so cute. Hey, Johan, how's it going? Yeah, that's the reason why I'm hoping that I don't even know. I think I did become a Twitch affiliate already. But I don't really even know what that means or like what I get from like what the benefit is of becoming it, but I want to become a partner, obviously. That doesn't mean I still don't want my YouTube back. I want my fucking YouTube back. Okay. It's such a joke. It's such an injustice. But in the meantime, as I continue to try to fight YouTube, I want to use Twitch. I want to stream on Twitch and hopefully become a partner there. Hey, Crystal. I'm encouraging all of you guys too, including Areki, to create profile pictures on Twitch. Do like either a real the same photo that you had on YouTube or something funny. Something funny. Because Twitch is fun like that. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I have to let my dogs out. You know how it is. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know how my dogs be. All right, hold on. Honestly, too, I don't even just want. I don't know who let the dogs out. I don't even just want my YouTube back for me. I want them to give the monetization back to other leftists that they demonetized. It's such a joke. It's such a joke. Yeah, sorry, my hair is starting to get on my nerves. Yeah, I did. I saw that Richard Medhurst thing, and he's one of the people that got demonetized from YouTube. It's such a joke. This is a non-binary pride thing. Yeah, you know what's funny is that I love that. I see that that bigotry and transphobia is now a new kind of it's becoming hip again in Congress, you know. Nancy Mace was out there using transphobic slurs and trying to be cute over it. Man, Nancy Mace is such a creep. She really is such a creep. That bitch will do anything for power. That bitch will do anything for attention. It's so cringe. But yeah, they're trying to make it. Oh, did you say 12? Oh, yay, we have 12 on Twitch. They're trying to make it oh, thanks. Yeah, they're trying to make it okay to be openly disgusting and transphobic again. You know what I mean? Like it's really cringe. But I'm not gonna let them get to me. You know, I've had a lot of people recently like attacking me and stuff and saying really transphobic things to me on Twitter. And I'm not gonna let it get to me because that's what they want. These people are such losers and cretins. They want the reaction of being able to be like, look, we could say transphobic things again. Look, we could be transphobes and anti-gay bigots again. Getcha. So I think that part of the way that we fight back is not by being overly emotional and being like, "Oh my gosh, we need to try to like silence them." I think they need to be mocked. They need to be mocked. They need to be mocked like 100%. They need to be made fun of. They need to be mocked for the actual clown shoes that they are. Luke Beasley. Why does that sound so familiar? Luke Beasley. Thank you, John Lee Cobain. In Vietnam, another country we terrorized. Hold on, guys. I'm going to let my dogs in. Good boy. Good boy. He's pretty good. He went on a lot of right-wing stuff to promote left-wing things. And is a fellow Trump hater. Yeah, his name sounds familiar. Come on. Oh, my little ham. My little ham. Oh, I forgot to put the light on. That's why I'm like, why is it so dark? My ring light. Hold on. Look, it's so dark in here. And I don't have a very good camera, so I need the light because I use my webcam. There we go. Wait, we're trying to get you on his YouTube show. Who? Whose? He was even on Pierre's show. Luke Beasley. Okay, you guys are going to make me have to look him up real quick. Because I'm like, who is this? Luke. He sounds really familiar, though. Beasley. Oh, okay. I see who he is. Okay. He was the one. Is he British? He was the one that was on Tim Pool's show, right? And Tim Pool was like losing his mind on him. Wasn't that him? Oh, he is American. Okay. Okay, but wasn't he the one? But was he the one that was on Tim Pool's show and Tim Pool was like losing his shit on him? Yeah, okay. I think that kid looks familiar. He looks like the guy that was on Tim Pool's show when Tim Pool was losing it over the January 6th thing. Okay. Okay, okay. Respond to he's smart. Yeah. Well, Tim Pool's an idiot. Tim Pool's so embarrassing. He's so full of shit too. He's so fake. I'm anti-war, but also a Zionist. Make it make sense. Yeah. Wait a second. I actually think I was talking to Do Dissidents. I sent you. Oh. Yeah, isn't Russell one of the guys on Do Dissidents? Russell. Hold on, sorry. I was talking to him the other day. Russell Dobular? I don't know if I'm saying his name right. What is my Twitch name? I'm non-binary, so my pronouns are they, them, and my Twitch name is the same. It's I am Blakely. Twitch. Oh, I'm not an affiliate yet. I thought I was. What am I missing? I thought I was an affiliate. They sent me like an email being like, you're invited to be an affiliate or something. What am I missing? You're almost an affiliate? Bro. Okay, but what I don't understand is it's saying that I met all these markers. Can somebody help me understand this? It's saying you're almost an affiliate, but all these little markers they're showing me I've already met. So what up? I don't understand. Also, why does it give that link that it says learn about affiliate benefits? When I click on it, it's not showing me quote unquote affiliate benefits. It's basically bringing me to a page called Creator Camp where it's telling me super basic shit about Twitch. Like getting started on Twitch. Like it says, hold on, let me just share with you guys. But literally though, literally though. Just a reminder, Donald, I am non-binary, so it is not her, it is their handle. Their handle, folks. Would it help you guys if I put my pronouns in my handle, my like handle here? Somebody just sent me $10 on Cash App. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Somebody with a weird name. Some person with a weird name. And I also don't want to say the name because I don't want to like dox you if you don't want to be known. But you know who you are, and thank you very much. Okay, but look at what they shared with me. You know how it's, okay, watch this. It says, unlock new features and engage your community and make money doing what you love. Learn about Twitch affiliate benefits, right? So you click on this and you think that they're going to tell you, you think they're going to tell you about affiliate benefits. And this is what it brings me to, though. Creator camp getting started on Twitch. I already have a Twitch. Twitch 101, the basics, Twitch etiquette, emotes. Like, I don't understand. I already have it. Establish your brand, getting started on Twitch, copyright your channel, going live. What does this even mean? Growing your community, monetize your content, music on Twitch, rules, policies, and guidelines. Music on Twitch. Hey, you know what we could do? Because you can't really do that well on YouTube. We could play music on Twitch. I don't know if you guys would want to do that. We could play music. Okay, well, I don't know why they're sending me to this, because it says learn about the benefits of affiliate. And then when they bring me here, they're just like, oh, yeah, how to, like, they're saying learn about the benefits of affiliate. And then when they bring me here, they're like, how to get started on Twitch. Okay. I don't understand. I don't understand. I already have a Twitch. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Ow. 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 My wedding ring just poked me in the eye. Okay, that hurt. Anyway, I just don't understand what this means, because it's telling me to click on the link to learn about benefits of being a Twitch affiliate. But then when I click on it, it's like super basic shit. How to set up your Twitch stream, how to go live. I already have a Twitch stream. I'm already going live. What is this? This is not affiliate benefits, folks. This is not affiliate benefits, folks. Not affiliate benefits. They're like, we'll show you affiliate benefits. How is this affiliate benefits? All this is how to get started on fucking Twitch. And yes, it's not even showing a subscriber. People should be able to subscribe to my channel. It's not even showing it. What the hell? I don't understand. I did, though. I did receive an invitation. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe it is taking a few days. I don't know. I just know that I got the email asking me to sign up to be a Twitch affiliate like 4 days ago. So, yeah, I got an email about 4 days ago asking me to sign up to be a Twitch affiliate. And so I signed up for the email, did all that. And then it brought me to this page now where it says I'm almost an affiliate. Almost an affiliate, despite the fact that all of these, it's saying I met the follower threshold, the stream threshold, the average concurrent viewer, and the stream 8 hours per month threshold. And then it says unlock new features, learn about affiliate benefits. But then, like I said, when I go to affiliate benefits, it takes me to that Twitch creator camp page where it's basically just doing basic shit like how to use Twitch. Why? It wasn't a phishing scam. It was from Twitch. I know about phishing scam emails. I know how to look out for them because I used to work for a tech company where we had to do trainings on how to identify phishing scams. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, for real though. For real. I think I told you guys this. This is the reason why in the first place I did not start streaming on Twitch. I initially tried to start streaming on Twitch. I got overwhelmed by it and confused. and thought I could only use OBS to do it, which also overwhelmed and confused me. So I went to YouTube because I was like, this is too hard. Channel. Wait, is that what you just sent me? What did you just send me? Oh, yeah, Maziko. I've seen that before. Whoa. Why is my screen quadruple something? What is happening? What is happening? What was that? Yeah, seriously. Bro, absolutely not. It's so complicated. I tried with OBS. It was way too many things. I'm sorry. I am not a tech savvy person. When you open something like OBS and there's all the bells and whistles and ricketa racketa, no. No. I need simple shit. No, hi, Freddie. Unfortunately, I am not. Not yet. I'm not giving up, though. I'm still going to fight them. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get a hold of Congress people. That's what I'm trying to do now. But and also still talk about it, obviously. And if people will continue to have me on their shows, I will continue to talk about it and continue to go on their shows and continue to wait. I'll continue to do all of that. I'll continue to go on people's shows. Who will have me? Anybody that will have me. I'll continue to go on people's shows. Anybody who will have me, I'll continue to go on their shows. I'm also going to continue to talk about it and talk about it with other people and encourage other people to talk about it. And I'm trying now to get a hold of Congress people. I want to get a hold of Congress people and talk to them about it. And maybe, I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with them yet, but if I can get a hold of Congress people, I want to try to see if we can get a hearing on YouTube. Okay, so, oh, good luck, Donald. So one thing I want to know is, did any of you guys see my interview with Letterhack that I did the other night? Ooh, 19 in Twitch now. Woohoo. Did any of you guys see did anybody in here see my interview with Letterhack? No? Okay, basically what I told him and the people in the crew in chat was to go tell other creators to have me on. So I don't know if anybody did that. You can let me know if anybody did. But like I was saying, like, because he was asking me like what should I do now? What should I do for next steps? What would you encourage our chat to do? What would you encourage for next steps? And what I said was, or he was saying, how can the audience help? Because like I said, I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep discussing it. I'm going to keep trying to reach my Congress people. But then he said, like, what could our audience do? And I was saying to him and his audience, what you guys could do to help is continue to call on other large YouTubers to have me on, or even medium-sized YouTubers, whatever. Like I keep saying, like, where's Silly and Billy? Where's Silly and Billy? They still have not reached out to me to have me on. To reach out and chat and get in the comments of other large YouTubers and tell me to have them on. People like Kyle Kalinske, people like Breaking Points. Like Breaking Points has AMAs all the time. Like people could go into their AMAs. People, content creators who are large who read their super chats, people like Vosh, things like that. That's what I was asking him to encourage anyone who was watching live to do is to basically just get in the comments and tell those larger YouTubers to have me on. Check out the Deprogram podcast. We asked the Vanguard. Thank you, Tracy. Did they respond to it? Because I know that the Vanguard boys, they read all their super chats. As far as I know, they read all of them. So if somebody sent them a super chat asking, I'm curious to see what their response was. I hear you, but that's why they need to continue to be called out, especially if they're on the left. Who makes them large? Who makes them large YouTubers? We do. I don't think that's true, Mark. Doesn't Billy? Oh gosh, I always forget his name. I know Gavin is the one with the long hair. I always forget the other one's name. Okay, well, the other one that's not Gavin, is has a socialist tattoo on his hand, I think. So I don't think that he does dislike socialists. Yeah, I don't think that they dislike socialists. I'm pretty sure that they're on the left. The last time I caught the Vanguard and they mentioned you, I believe they said they wanted to do more research. Okay, does anybody have that clip? Does anybody have that clip? No, I haven't had a chance to watch anything. I haven't seen that documentary yet. I haven't had a chance to watch anything because I've been so busy. Well, anyway, I think that here's what I'm saying too. First of all, when people are like, "Oh, well, they have big channels," the reason why they have big channels is because of us. Again, I'm not just like a new YouTuber, new streamer, new whatever. I'm also somebody who's been on the left who's actively supported all of these channels. Where do these channels get their support? From us. I have actively been exactly how you are with me now in YouTubers' comments. I've given super chats multiple times to YouTubers that I like. I followed YouTubers on the left that I've liked for a long time. I was one of the founding members of Breaking Points. Do you guys remember when Breaking Points started? They had a offer or they had a like a promotion where they were saying you would get a lifetime membership if you were a founding member, and it was over $2,000 to sign up to be a founding member to help get them off the ground. And yeah, they did like you pay, I forget exactly how much the amount was. So I don't want to mischaracterize it, but it was something around like $2,000. And you pay that and then you become a founding member. Oh, 1,500. Okay. You become a founding member and then you get access for life, but it was also meant to help them get off the ground. I was one of those people. I was one of the people that signed up and paid that 1,500. I actually had a lot of more money at the time. Yeah, I can't remember if it was 1,500, 2,000, but it was not cheap. And in fact, I'm pretty sure, even though I did have more money at the time, I'm pretty sure I put it on my credit card because I didn't like have it in my bank account at the time, but I really wanted to sign up and support them. So, and I'm one of the people on their list, the list at the end where they name all their like founding members. I'm one of the people on the list, but actually you just reminded me, this conversation. They have my wrong name on there. Like I want them to have Blakely. They put like my legal name on there. Anyway, I am one of the founding members. So my point is, I have signed up for multiple over the years leftists, Patreons, supported their work through liking Breaking Point, signing up to be a founding member, sending super chats, supporting them, all of that shit. I've done all of that. So I'm not just some person on here now just like streaming. I'm somebody who decided that I wanted to do streaming too and political content after years and years of watching and supporting these left channels. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is when people say, "Oh, well, those are really large channels, so we don't know, like, should we even try to get their attention?" Absolutely, because the reason why they're large left channels is because of us. And like I said, I include myself in that us because I'm not just a content creator. I have long been a huge supporter of all these leftist creators myself. I actually have been on Sabby's show. Sabby's great. She was really, really helpful. I've been on there twice, actually. She reached out to me. She invited me on to talk about what happened and like everything that I went through and like shouted out like everything. So actually Sabby's awesome and she had me on pretty early. Yeah, shout out to everybody who already did. Sabby already did. Pastor Benjamin Dixon already did. Um, who else did I talk to? Um, the letter hack, obviously, who's amazing. Um, who else did I already go on? Oh, I talked with the people at Leftist Mafia. Um, I'm trying to like I don't know why I'm already forgetting now some people I went on. Figueredo, he was the one who had me on Leftist Mafia. He also has been great. Yeah, Mike Figueredo, he's been great. He was really like helpful too. Yeah, so there already have been a lot of people that have. Yeah, Mike is really, really kind. Um, and I've reached out to most of the people. I've reached out to the Vanguard and asked them. And they're not even one of the like really huge channels. I would say they're a moderately sized channel, but um yeah, Mike has been really awesome. Um Do Dissidents, I'm talking to them right now. I'm in the process of talking to them. The guys from Do Dissidents said that they would help me set up my Rumble channel, which is awesome because I'm really having a hard time understanding um, Rumble. I get super confused about the way that Rumble was bought by local. So, like, you have to go through local. Like, it's very confusing. Um, Yeah, so I already have been on a bunch of people's shows. I shouted out and I have contacted a bunch of people that I specifically asked to be on their shows that I haven't heard back from. So it's not like these people, Francesca, I didn't go on her show, but she did shout me out a few times. She did shout me out a few times and she did retweet my comments, which I appreciate. Um yeah, so there have been a lot of people that have helped a lot. Um, yeah, no, Francesca Fiorentini has been very helpful. She's great too. And oh, that's another person that had me on that I totally forgot about. Francesca Fiorentini's husband, Matt. He had me on Bad Hasbara again. I was on there and he let me talk about everything that was happening with YouTube. He was really, really helpful too. Yeah, both Matt and Francesca are great. Kim Iverson. No, I have not. I did not think of her because I don't think of her as somebody on the left, but that's actually a good point. Um, yeah, so actually they were somebody that helped a lot too. That now I'm forgetting. I'm trying to think if they're yeah, I think that was everybody. But like I said, there's been a few people that I have reached out to. In fact, I shouted out recently both Vosh and Emma Vigeland because they were talking about wanting to build up left media. I'm pretty sure that I put that on my profile recently. Oh yeah, this was hilarious. Hold on, I'm going to share this. Loser Michael Rappaport, who has blocked me, so I haven't been able to have as much fun with him or his deranged content since he blocked me, so I can't really see his shit anymore. And he doesn't come up in my feed. Was harassing Rathbone and starting shit with him, and was making fun of him for having a GoFundMe for people to help upgrade his equipment. And by him going after him so hard, he actually helped him get to 90% of his goal, which is hilarious. Which is hilarious. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Trying to think. Where? Oh, here it is. So I name checked. I called out Vosh about having me on because listen to Vosh talk about how the danger of how they could target YouTube.
Literally, like, and forgive me for being a bit self-centered for a moment. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know. They say privileged streamer. My job could go out like that. You know how crazy things are getting over here? Literally, like, at any moment. You know that? They could just say, hey, YouTube, it's un-American of you to allow left-leaning people to post videos. These communist videos are pro-China. Kablamo, I'm out. That's a little scary. It's literally like there's no, like, it's a day-by-day thing. I wake up every morning and I check. So,
bro, this is why it drives me crazy. I'm like, no. They need to be responsive to this. This is what he's saying that he's afraid of is literally what happened to me. Except for in his example, he uses China, and in mine, it was Palestine. Like, he's literally describing what happened to me.
Communist videos are pro-China. Kablamo, I'm out. And that's a little scary. It's literally like there's no, like, it's a day-by-day thing. I wake up every morning and I check. So I'm just saying, in the meantime, maybe I'm a little bit more like and subscribe-y than usual. You have a backup platform you're planning to go to if shit hits the fan? Yeah, there's a corner under, like, right next to the 5 in downtown Seattle that I don't usually see other people panhandling on. And forgive me for being a bit self-centered for a moment. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know. They say privileged streamer. My job could go out like that. You know how crazy things are getting over here? Literally, like, at any moment. You know that? They could just say, hey, YouTube, it's un-American of you to allow left-leaning people to post videos.
That's literally what happened to me. Like, actually and literally. Yeah, so once again, this is what I mean when I say that these people, these other leftists, should be standing up for people like me and people like Richard Medhurst and people like Vosh. Especially people like me and Richard Vosh, because we're a lot smaller. We're like baby creators. Like Richard Medhurst, although I think they should stand up for him too. He's a lot more well known. He has a much bigger subscriber base. But the thing is that the reason, like I said, why this bugs me is because I'm sure that there are people that probably think, well, what do they owe you? They don't owe me anything, and we don't owe them anything. Because you'll notice when Vosh is talking about this and how this could happen to any left-leaning creator at any moment, he's talking about the collective creators on the left being targeted by YouTube, talking about the collective creator economy on the left. So is he not including all leftist creators? Sounds like he is. On top of that, think about what he is doing when he's saying this stuff, he's asking people to like and subscribe, to support him. That's what he's asking. Okay, I need you guys to stop getting distracted here. People are getting distracted now arguing about Vosh and whether Vosh is left enough. You want to talk about losing the plot, guys? Like, seriously, we're talking about something incredibly important, and you guys are arguing about whether or not Vosh is left enough. Like, please. Anyway, back to the main thing, okay? The point is, when people say, oh, well, they're large creators, we shouldn't bother getting in their comments and telling them to stand up for smaller creators, or they don't owe you anything. No, they actually do, though. They owe it to other creators and their supporters to support other leftists when they're asking for the same. What is he doing in that clip besides pointing out that YouTube could go away any day? He is asking for people to support his channel. So, and I think people should. But if you are going to support leftist creators who are large online, then you should also be expecting them not to kick the ladder out from under them. Am I making sense here, please, chat? Am I making sense? What I'm saying is, if people like Vosh and any large creator on YouTube is asking for people to support him, saying to people, look at how YouTube is coming after leftists. Please like my content. Please subscribe because it's getting really scary out here. Then I believe it is incumbent on those larger leftist creators not to kick the ladder out from under them and to use their privilege and use their platform to advocate for us little smaller fries who are coming under attack. Well, I don't know what you mean by support. I don't think that you have to like donate to people. Like, I'm not saying demand, like saying that people need to like donate to every channel, every leftist channel. What I'm saying is, if you are someone who is claiming that leftist media needs to be built up because it's dominated by the right wing, then yes, you should be supporting other leftists. Yes, I do believe other leftists should support each other. That is one of the problems, is that the left doesn't support each other. Certainly not in the way the right wing does, even though who is it? Who is it? Who's risking their livelihood? No one's risking their livelihood. It doesn't cost them anything to stand up for other people. No one's like, if you stand up for another creator, you're going to get banned from YouTube. Like, no one's saying that. Also, I think that I just don't agree with you, Unums. I think if somebody is so toxic that you can't touch them with a 10-foot pole, that makes me question if they're even on the left. Because if they're on the left, then they shouldn't be so toxic that you can't even get near them. What are they saying? Like, what are they saying that's so toxic? Yeah, all I'm saying is that it is the left themselves that are constantly talking about, which is true, that our entire media landscape is dominated by the right wing. Like, the entire media landscape is dominated by the right. Twitter is dominated by the right. YouTube is dominated by the right. Spotify and the podcasts are all dominated by the right. And you hear people on the left say, there needs to be more leftist creators. There needs to be more leftist media. Okay, so then tell me why so many people on the left treat, and I said this on to the letter hack the other night, treat other leftists as competition rather than comrades. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you, Tracy. If people are going to be talking about how we need to build up leftist media and we need more people on the left to be in media, then what I need and what all of us should demand is that people who are on the left, who have larger platforms, help build up other people on the left. Treating people like comrades rather than competition. I say it constantly that we need to learn from the right wing because they do exactly that. No, and I don't think that you have to agree with every single person on the left or every single thing that they say in order to consider themselves on the left. Once again, I am not interested in that kind of policing. I see people criticize the Majority Report and say that they're Democratic shills and whatever, they're not left enough. It's like, I have no interest in that, okay? We need, like, if you like another creator more because they are more on the left, they lean more communist than they do electoral politics, that's fine. It's okay to like more people more so than you like somebody else. But your fire shouldn't be aimed at them. Your fire should be aimed at people on the right, at the fucking fascists. That doesn't mean that you don't call them out if they do something wrong, right? So like if somebody does something wrong or something that does somebody that's something that's like really right wing, well, of course you call them out. But it doesn't mean that you have to constantly run around, constantly policing people and telling people who they are and aren't allowed to like. I had somebody tell me who was supposedly on the left that like me listening to Hassan is unacceptable because he is a communist, anti-American, China defender, and like all this other shit. It's just like it's always something, okay? What is that emoji? Oh, it's hands. Oh, that was the other thing. Okay, so I tweeted at him, as you guys can see. I tweeted at him. And then I think I also tweeted, I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, at Rokana again. And in that I tagged Chris Murphy, Schumer, and Nidia Velasquez. The first three are because they've been talking about it. Nidia Velasquez is my congressperson. Wait, where is it? Oh, right here.
Channels, they're doing such great work because this isn't a competitive thing. For me, this is a collaborative thing.
Okay, listen to this, you guys.
I'm gonna try to find a way to elevate.
Whoa. Why is it doing that? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try to find a way to elevate all these other leftist channels. They're doing such great work because this isn't a competitive thing. For me, this is a collaborative thing. And I'm gonna try to find a way to elevate all these other leftist channels.
Okay, so that's why I tweeted at her too.
Because this isn't a competitive thing. For me, this is a collaborative thing.
And I put that is exactly what I put to the letter hack the other night. Was that there she is saying like, I want to be able to elevate other leftists because this is not a competitive thing, it's a collaborative thing, which I appreciate that she said, because that's exactly what I said to the letter hack when I was on his show the other night. I was saying, like, too many people on the left treat media like a competition rather than something that is collaborative, which is really ironic because we're the ones who are always saying that we need to community build and that we're not just like capitalists, you know? Like we're the ones who are always like, we're the ones that are always like, oh, you know, we're not about just like capitalism and capitalism at all costs and competition. It's about community building and support. And that's kind of what, and yet, you'll see a lot of leftists not supporting other leftists. You'll see a lot of people on the left not supporting other people on the left. So that was something I was saying to the letter hack the other night. And then I tweeted, and then I saw, it was something I saw the letter hack talking, or I said to the letter hack the other night. And then I saw Emma say that to Franny. And I was like, oh, okay. So you're saying the same thing that you should be. Let's watch it one more time. Hear what she says.
Channels, they're doing such. I'm going to try to find a way to elevate all these other leftist channels. They're doing such great work because this isn't a competitive thing. For me, this is a collaborative thing. And I'm going to try to find a way.
Exactly. I want to try to find a way to elevate other leftist channels because this is not a competition thing for me. It's a collaborative thing. That is the correct take. That is the correct take. So, yeah. So anyway, the point I was trying to get at was I'm still tweeting at them. I'm still reaching out to them. And I would encourage, exactly, Tracy. Exactly. Actions, not just words. Yeah. So I'm still tweeting at them. I'm still trying to contact them and all that. And all I'm saying is when people ask me how they can help is to continue to call on them to bring light to this issue, to bring light to what's happening to me and to speak out on my behalf and to have me on their shows. Or if they don't want to have me on their shows, they can still speak out on my behalf. Although they shouldn't have a problem with having me on the show, but they can still speak out on my behalf. And you can do that by going into their AMAs or texting them in their DMs or super chats, or if they have the live like DMs that you can just send to them during their lives, like Majority Report has, you can do it that way. Sadly, I think a lot of it is from words. Oh, Jimmy Dore too. Yeah, call on him. I keep forgetting about Jimmy Dore. Call on him too. All of them. All of them. Jimmy Dore highlighted your tweet again this week. I didn't see that. Do you have it? And somehow you want to reach out to dumb shits like the Vanguard. Bro, you're not listening. You're not listening. Why? I don't understand. Once again, you guys. Wait, what? Anyone know if Blakely responded to Ethnostate Ethan and attacked them on Instagram stories? What? Does anyone know what they're talking about? First of all, if I had known that, of course I would have responded. Thank you, old bony bird. It's not a competition. Too many people treating it like a competition, and then too many leftist police hall monitors coming in and being like, can't talk to them, can't like them, can't discuss. People say it literally about everybody. They're like, ugh, why would you want Vosh to talk about it? Vosh is anti or is pro-China. Why do you want to talk to the Vanguard boys? They're shills. It's like, okay, so basically you can literally never win. You can never win, ever, 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 because there's always going to be some person that it's not left enough for them. And again, that doesn't mean that you don't call out frauds. That doesn't mean that you don't call out when people do problematic shit. It doesn't mean, wait, somebody sent a new donation from Sib. Thank you. This is from the Ko-Fi bot. Thank you for who did that. Personally, I would tweet at Matt Lick. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, guys, tweet at Matt Lick too. I will too. But yes, help me. No, but also it doesn't mean that you don't call people out. It doesn't mean that you don't call people on their bullshit. I just spent the last 2 days arguing with people who are mad at me that I called out Ian Carroll. Okay? People are mad at me for calling out Ian Carroll because people really like Ian Carroll. But the thing is that I'm not saying cancel him. Okay? That's what I can't stand. People are always like, why are you trying to cancel? I'm not trying to cancel him. There is a difference between trying to cancel someone and telling them that you can't associate with them and being a hall monitor and calling someone out for what they did, for something they did. Ian Carroll, he's like a popular like conspiracy theorist that kind of like codes as left, but is like kind of right wing. Anyway, the point is my whole thing is I am not fixing to tell anybody who they are and aren't allowed to support. And I'm also like, I'm not in the business of being like, I'm going to try to obsess over this person or cancel this person or hall monitor this person. If somebody does something wrong that I believe to be wrong, then I will call them out for that. Just like I did with Ian Carroll. Then I will call them out for that. I will call out what they did. That is, I think, different. Calling out somebody's behavior for being bad. Calling out somebody's behavior for being bad is very different than being like calling out somebody's behavior for being bad and something really terrible or awful that they said or did is very different than being a hall monitor. Are you on Blue Sky? I am, but I don't really use it. Wait, whoever told me about that Instagram story from Ethan Decline, is it still up or are you talking about a previous story? All right, well, I just looked at all of his. I don't know what you're talking about, whoever told me that he had me in his story, because I just looked at his stories and there's nothing on there about me. I don't think it's still up. I found it on H3 Snark. Do you at will, do you have a copy of it or a link where I can find it? What did it say? Do you have a copy of it or a link where I can find it? Wait, I tagged you on a clip in DC. Where? Guys, sometimes if you want me to see something, you have to like tell me because I get so many tags, I don't even see them unless somebody flags it to me. Tell me. Oh, Oh, let me check. How do you check tags in Discord? What is DC? Oh, Boney Bird, you said on DC and Twitch? What is DC? Oh, I keep forgetting to change that, old Boney Bird. That name on PayPal is my Oh, Discord. Yeah, totally. I can make it for you. That name on my PayPal, that is my legal name. I keep forgetting to change it. I actually still haven't even changed it to my married name. Like, I got married and I took my husband's last name and I still haven't even updated it. Yes, let me write that down because I don't want to forget. And you know how I was telling you earlier that, like, I'm so scattered because I'm just so behind on my work. I'm so behind on so many things, right? So, like, I'm so scattered and so behind on so much shit that if I don't actually physically write it down, okay, make old Boney Bird mod on Twitch and Discord. Now, I could do it on Twitch now because I actually think I remember how to do it. I don't remember how to do it on Discord. Or at least I think I remember how to do it on Twitch. Creator dashboard. I think you go to community roles manager. Okay. Tell me if that worked on Twitch, old Boney Bird. I just changed your role to mod. But not that video in general. What video are you referring to? Wait, what are you guys talking about? Hmm. I don't know who said this or what you guys are talking about. What are you guys talking about? And yet, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but in generally, generally that is true. If somebody's like, "Oh, I can't access your thing, send me your social security number or some shit," that's usually a scam. Never click the link. True. Okay, sorry guys, hold on. I gotta heat up my coffee. Bring back the Pledge of Allegiance in the classroom in the national anthem. This is so cringe. Bro, weren't you the one that 5 minutes ago said that we needed more like engineers from India because white people are lazy? He's never gonna live that down, bro. He's never gonna live that down. 14 on Twitch. Move to Twitch. Wait, is this Earth creature person who's in chat? Do I need to ban them? Are they a troll? I'm sorry, not Earth creature. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong person. Sorry, Earth creature. I meant demon. Wait, where'd they go? The person whose thing starts with demon, which seems fitting. Do I need to ban them? Demon and me. No, you know what's really loser-fied is going into somebody's chat just to whine. Like, clearly you're a right-winger, demon and me. You're clearly a right-winger. But you're in here wasting your time on a Friday afternoon to try to troll. Mad loser shit. Mad loser shit. Hold on, guys. I need to heat up my coffee. Oh, I don't see them anymore in chat. But if they come back, I'll kick them out. Oh, I want you guys, whoever found that or was talking about that Ethan Decline story, I want you guys to send it to me, please.
Different plan for this tip. The whole of the old will.
We don't even have that many national flags in Canada. I found it. Where should I link it? At will, can you go to wait, what Bad Empanada video? What are you guys talking about? I like Bad Empanada. Go to at will, can you go to Twitch? Because for whatever reason, you can't post links in YouTube that I can click on, but if you do it in Twitch, I can. What were you guys talking about Bad Empanada? Made a long Ethan decline video. Oh, yes, I think I saw that. Was that the one where he was making fun of his really stupid content nuke of Hassan? That was so cringe. I actually watched that. I don't know if you guys saw it. I made like a TikTok on it. Yeah, but the content nuke of Hassan, oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Oh, where is that? Demon and me, if you're really so upset about people on the left or bread tubers or whatever it is that you don't like, then get a life and go watch something else. No one is making you come in here and sit and chat with us. Go away. Yeah, I'm banning your ass. Like, this is pathetic. It's actually pathetic to go and sit in someone's chat like that and be like, this is why I hate you. I don't think it's red tuber. I think they're called bread tuber. And actually, I don't even know what that means. What is bread? Hold on. I'm just looking this up. Bread tube. Is a loose, informal group of online personalities. Wait. We have 16 in Twitch now. Yay. Is a loose group of online personalities who create video content, including video essays and live streams from a socialist, social democratic, communist, anarchist, or other left-wing perspectives. Oh, I did not know what that meant. Why do they call it bread? Many BreadTube content creators are crowdfunded in their channels, often serve as introductions to left-wing politics for young viewers. The term breadtube derives from Peter Kropotkin's The Conquest of Bread, a book explaining how to achieve anarcho-communism. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Bread because communists are poor. Please leave. Yeah, I'll read it. I didn't even know that that was a thing. In fact, I think I had heard the term bread tube before, and I remember like hearing it and thinking, oh, what does that mean? And then kind of like logging it in my head to look into later and then forgetting. You guys do that sometimes where you're like, oh shit, I want to look that up and find out what that means, and then you get distracted. I think that I'm pretty sure that's what it meant. We have an account jumper. What do you mean? Could I be a moderator on Twitch? Oh, I did not know. Emily. Okay, now I know. Now it's making sense. Yes, Emily, I will make you one on Twitch. Okay. Sometimes just having different names, if you guys have different like online names or like different photos, then I get confused, but it's fine. Too many trolls in chat. Okay, tell me who they are and I'll kick them out because I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Honestly, some days I'm fine with arguing with them. Like, genuinely. I'll be like, okay, I'll argue with them today. I'll be annoying, whatever. But some days I am not in the mood. Like, I'm just not. And today is one of those days I'm not in the mood. Ash Shane. Oh, you're saying that that person's a troll? Okay, I'll kick him out. Where are they? All right, kicked Shane out. Girl, bye. Yeah, I kicked him out. I kicked him out. All right. And also, wait, don't mods have the ability to kick people out too? Argument is fine if there's issues being discussed, but if it's just insult, it's stupid. No, I agree. I agree. It's one thing to be like arguing with someone about something, but if you're just being a creep and calling people names, like, get out of here. I don't have energy for that right now. Okay. Oh, well, I don't have mods in YouTube because I never thought like I have enough followers or subscribers on YouTube to need one. Like, I'm still small enough to where I can just ban them myself, but I guess you're right. It is always good to have mods. Yeah, I also don't like to have sometimes, especially if I'm not in the mood for it, because then it takes up space from people who are watching and commenting in other parts of the chat. Because from my perspective, you guys, I can see chat from Twitter and from Twitch and from YouTube because I'm streaming on all three. So the comments go by really quickly. And if there are clowns in chat being really annoying, then it might distract from like a comment that I actually want to see. This reminds me of my dog's name, Schmegglesworth, because I call my dog Schmeggy. Schmeggy, one of his many nicknames. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to make... I need to make Emily a mod. Emily Sudi. All right, Emily, I just made you a mod on Twitch. Oh, we reached 72 supporters on Ko-Fi. Thank you. Hold on. I got to do a real quick shout out. To everybody who just donated in the last day on Ko-Fi. Shout out to Sib, Musia, Kath, Susie Hakanen, and Allison Carmody. Thank you so much. Shout out to all you guys. And shout out to everybody. Those were one-time donations. Shout out to everybody who is a member, a paying member on Ko-Fi and on Patreon. Because you guys are helping me get through this fucking YouTube shit. Shout out to you guys. Wait. Wait, did somebody really create another fake account on YouTube to troll? That's crazy. See, how are they able to get away with that? That's what's crazy. YouTube out here doing all kind of censorship, but then some troll creates like 5 or 6 different accounts in the span of like 4 minutes, and it's not caught. Like, that's so crazy. Thank you so much, Sib. Shout out to Sib for the donation. I actually like that Ko-Fi lets me know. Like, it says this new donation from Sib through a Ko-Fi bot. That's kind of cool. I don't think Patreon has that. Does Patreon have a bot? It's cool that that has it. I like that. Okay, well, I'll just keep banning them. Like, this is embarrassing. Yeah, I just banned the Oh, I know. My dogs are so perfect. YouTube doesn't let you do things because they permanently demonetize my channel, so people can't send me super chats or super thanks anymore. Add the Ko-Fi bot to Twitch if you can. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's what kind of scam it is. That's what I'm talking about. It's such a scam. Is that YouTube didn't just like demonetize like watch page ads on my show, like on my like content. They literally demonetized my entire channel from being able to get subscriptions, from being able to get super chats or super thanks forever. Like permanently over one video that they claim violated their community guidelines on supporting terrorism. LOL. LOL. I know, it really is so much. It's actually disgusting. It's really disgusting. It's crazy. It's crazy. I linked the Instagram story on your Discord's general channel. No, I haven't. Hold on, let me check. I don't think I have seen it. What breed are your dogs? They're dachshunds. Dachshunds. Yeah, they're dachshunds. Their names are Melvin and Eggett. What doesn't work? Hmm. LOL! That's so funny. Okay, thank you for sending that to me. So you guys, this is why I appreciate a lot of what you guys do. Because a lot of this stuff I wouldn't even know was happening if you guys didn't show it to me. I was so bummed out because somebody said that Deborah Messing made me her story to attack me and to tell one of these deranged Zionist organizations to attack me. but nobody clipped it. So I couldn't find it. I couldn't see it. And she had made it her story on Instagram too. And I just never got to see it because no one took a picture. If you ever see one of these deranged people making me their story or attacking me like that, please do take a screenshot of it and put it in Discord and tag me. Because like I said, oftentimes I don't see it. Nobody tagged me in that Ethan Decline thing. I had no idea. LOL. I know, that's why it's such bullshit. It's such bullshit what YouTube did, because the amount of insane right-wing lunatic accounts that they allow to be monetized on there is crazy. They allow so many insane right-wing lunatic accounts to be monetized on there. And again, it's just such bullshit the way that they did it, because there is supposed to be like a mechanism of enforcement where multiple violations have to be done in order to get permanently demonetized. Like sometimes people get demonetized for 30 days or they just can't go live or whatever. The fact that they permanently demonetized my account on a warning, it wasn't even a strike. It wasn't even a strike. It was a warning, is so insane. I am convinced that it is personal. I am convinced that it was personal, that there is someone who had it out for me, because it's not the first time it's happened. Yeah, that's definitely true. For them, you're wearing a terror skin. That's because they're deranged and they're racist. Yeah, but even a 1-month suspension, even though that's crazy, that shouldn't happen, is still better than being permanently demonetized on a warning. So it doesn't even expire. It's not like they're like, oh, you're going to be demonetized for a month or 90 days. No, it was literally, you can't monetize ever again at all. Which is so fucking crazy. It's just crazy because no, I know it's so extreme, and what they do allow, it's so crazy. I agree with this. One of my goals is to get them to address this. I obviously want my channel back. I want my monetization back, but that's not all I want. I actually want for them to change their policy, because it's so unfair. It's so unfair, because I certainly won't be the last person this happens to. Yeah, it's upside down world. It really is upside down world. The way that you can be so racist towards Arabs and Islamophobic, and they're fine with it. But then they'll basically be like, oh, well, you advocating for Palestinian liberation is actually terrorism, so we're going to demonetize your channel. It's such a joke. Well, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get my monetization back, but thus far they have not done it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to still keep trying. Uh-huh. Oh, I think they meant break. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's kind of already here, Sassy. Go to Twitch. Yes, go to Twitch. No, I know, Tracy. I saw. I just banned him again. Honestly, it's actually like really pathetic and sad. Like, really think about it for a second, you guys. Somebody is going out of their way to create multiple accounts to come into a baby streamer stream and troll. How sad. It takes a minute to create multiple accounts. But seriously though, it's actually like it's actually embarrassing and sad. Like really, it's really pathetic. It's really pathetic. Think about how sad you have to be. It takes a minute to create a YouTube account. No, it still takes a minute. It still takes a minute to create a YouTube account. So that person had to go out of their way to create multiple YouTube accounts under different pseudonyms to come back in. That's so sad. It really is. Like, I almost feel bad. Like, I don't want to feel bad because they're obviously a terrible person, but like, there's a part of me that's like, your life has to be incredibly sad if that's what you're spending your day doing. Like, go volunteer. Go volunteer. Watch a movie. Take a shower. Yes! Like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. They had to actually like go and like do all of that. Mhm. Volunteering is socialism law. Who is that? Who is this picture of? Is that somebody that we know? Are your dogs cuddled up behind you? Yes, they are. I know. Aren't they perfect? Aren't they perfect? That's Smelvin. You're so perfect, Smell. His little stretch. And then Eggy, my little ham shaking. He's my little ham. Wicked. Don't cry, Wicked. Yeah. It's really pathetic. It's really pathetic. The Mr. Bear's mouth. They are so perfect, you guys. My baby. My babies. I thought you only have. Nope, I have two. Two. I've got a bald one and a long-haired one. Oh, you're tired now. Are you tired? You waking up from a nappy, Hal? Why you growling at me, Hal? Why you growl, Hal? What's wrong, Wigger. Wag it. Oh, they're so perfect. Say hi, Ham. My little ham. Ham shaking. Wag it. They're just so pathetic and cute. I love them so much. They're everything. I'm actually looking into fostering a cat because of the mouth thing. Yeah, me too, Michelle. Totally. Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Well, that's why if I do foster one, I'm going to try to get one who is a mouse hunter. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that too. That's the other thing is that I understand people will say things like, yeah, you got to tiptoe around talking about certain things. And it's like, okay, but how do you tiptoe around talking about genocide and ethnic cleansing? You know, what is happening in Gaza is a genocide and an ethnic cleansing with our tax dollars. There's no way for me to tiptoe around that. And that's what I got demonetized for, was talking about that. Which is like, again, insanely racist because their contention basically is that me talking about Palestinian liberation is terrorism. This is what the kind of upside down world shit we live in right now, where Elon Musk can do an actual Nazi salute and they'll say, oh, that's not anti-Semitic. No, that's not anti-Semitic. But then me talking about Palestinian liberation is terrorism and wearing a keffiyeh is anti-Semitic. According to the ADL, if you wear a keffiyeh, that's anti-Semitic. But if you do a Nazi salute, that's somehow not. It's just so insane. Wait, the clip I tagged you in was a play on Trump owning Gaza, but was China owning the Palisades? Wait, what clip did you tag me in, Boney Bird? Was this on Discord or Twitch? Oh, absolutely. They're a total garbage organization. Garbage. Total garbage. All they are is a front for the Israeli regime. somebody came up with a funny acronym name for them. It wasn't Anti-Defamation League. It was like Apartheid Defense League. That's what it was called. People were calling it. And that is what they should be called, because they're not in the business of fighting against hate or anti-Semitism. They're in the business of defending the Israeli regime and their apartheid state. That's it. Period. And I don't know what they have on Elon Musk, but Elon Musk, remember, guys, like shortly after October 7th, or even maybe a little bit before, he went after them on Twitter and was talking about what frauds they were and how they should be shut down. Then the ADL got to him and had a meeting with him, and now he never criticizes them. They took him on that little trip to the Israeli regime where he was wearing the little bib and was being shown around. And then all of a sudden, he never talked about it again. So clearly there's some kind of arrangement happening. Yeah, that is true, Misho. That's true. It is. It's so much gaslighting, because you're right. They're the only people that I can think of that are currently the victims of apartheid, ethnic cleansing, and genocide. And yet you can't call that out. And we're supposed to be defending the right of the oppressor to oppress the victim. Like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. And it's somehow anti-Semitic if you defend the rights of the people that are getting victimized in this genocide and ethnic cleansing, if you don't defend and take the side of the oppressor. It's the people doing the genocide. Like, it's actually psycho. That's the reason why I know that this will eventually change as we continue to fight it, because more and more people are waking up. More and more people do realize what's happening. And I think that there will come a time, I do believe, that we will look back at this time and the insanity of it and be like, I cannot believe that people did this. I can't believe people got banned from YouTube for talking about it or demonetized on YouTube. I can't believe kids in college campuses got kicked out of school. I can't believe people lost their jobs. Like, we're going to look back on this and be like, oh my, history is going to look back on this and be like, oh my gosh. It may be after the collapse of the United States, but it will happen. Yes, and this is exactly the reason why I know it will happen. They are destroying themselves. They are destroying themselves. They are not helping their own cause. Like, they literally get online and regularly say genocidal shit. You think that doesn't have an effect on people? You think that doesn't have an effect on people? Listen, how I partially came to be anti-Israeli regime and anti-Zionist was from their own words and videos. Part of it was educating myself about the history of Palestine, the occupation, the genocides, the ethnic cleansing, all the books that I read, listening to Norman Finkelstein and other people who were educating me about what was really happening in Gaza. But that wasn't the only thing that helped me understand how awful Zionism is and how bad the Israeli regime is. A lot of it came from them. Like, that's what I'm saying. They don't realize how much they hurt their own cause. A lot of it came from the shit that I saw them saying. It's all right, guys. I got rid of him. Demon, the 7th. I got rid of him. Yeah, a lot of it had to do with things that they were saying. Their TikTok videos I kept seeing when it first happened. Oh, I just had like a flash. Do you guys ever have that where like your eyes like flash? And then also things that I saw them say on Twitter. They're officials, okay? Not just random people on Twitter. I'm talking about people that work in the Israeli government, their media personalities. The things that I saw them say were so horrendous. So that's why it's interesting to see people constantly try to make them into victims, because a lot of this shit was shit they say themselves. Oh, wait, is this not plugged in? What is going on? Why is my ring light messing up? Sorry, my ring light is messing up, which is very frustrating. Because I only have one. I don't have a backup one. If you are not already following me on Twitch, please follow me on Twitch. In fact, even better if you guys want to watch from Twitch. Yeah, I actually need to reach out to I need to reach out to Crystal and ask them to change my name on their board. Short hair is getting jealous. Oh yeah, he's another one I listened to. He had a lot of really good things to say. Make an account on Truth Social. They would probably ban me because I would immediately start trolling Trump and other right-wingers, and then they would ban me. It would not take long. I'd probably be banned quicker on there than I was on Red Note, on Xiaohongshu. Yeah, but it makes it worse on in America because we have a First Amendment. Like Germany and other areas of Europe, they don't have a First Amendment. We do. All right, let's see. How many people do we have in Twitch? 14. You want to go outside? Sorry, I got to let my dog out again. I guess I'll heat up my coffee while I'm at it. I have some extra. You want to go outside? Come on. All right, guys. What I miss? He was a true leader. Who? Yeah, because because we don't have an opposition party. That's the problem. We don't actually have an opposition party. Did you guys see that the so-called opposition, the Democrats, were like doing that insanely embarrassing press conference where they're like holding, like Chuck Schumer's like, we will win. It was so embarrassing. And then what's his bucket was like, first of all, thank you, old Bunny Bird, by the way, again, for sending me this. Oh, I forgot I wanted to share it with you guys. But also, like, I don't want to lose my train of thought. Hakeem Jeffries recently came out and said, I mean, maybe we should have done like the tax cuts for the rich. Like, we have no opposition party, folks. In order to fight fascism, right? You need to have an opposition party that's willing to fight fascism. We don't have that. The Democrats aid and abet fascism. They are partners, okay? They are partners in the fascism. That's why, and it's on purpose. It's not an accident. It's not like they're incapable of being strong fighters. How you know that is the way they treat the left. When it comes to the left and it comes to progressives, they're vicious. They're vicious. But then when it comes to the right wing, they're literally the flower meme. You know that flower meme? Flower yelling meme? Yeah, they're literally this meme. Hold on. They're this meme. That's like when it's the Democrats. Oh. When it's the left, they're this. And then when it's the Republicans, they're this. And again, it's not an accident. Okay, let me share this really quick. Okay, because I don't want to lose my train of thought. This is what you sent me, which again, thank you for sending me this. I always appreciate it, you guys. If some lunatic tags me or puts me in their story, or like Deborah Messing did, which again, I never got to see the Deborah Messing one because no one took a screenshot of it. They just told me about it. But if this ever happens, definitely take a screenshot of it and definitely send it to me or tag me in it or put it in the Discord, because this is hilarious. You guys are so funny. I don't even use that phrase. First of all, I didn't say that it was Ethan Klein that used the phrase. I said this account did, because this account wrote, Hassan is crashing out on live stream over the Ethan Klein content nuke. Just don't talk about politics. Go back to talking about gooning. Okay, but I never said that Ethan Klein was the one crashing or using the term crashing out. I said this Yeet account did. And then I wrote, if you think this is crashing out, but the 5,009 deranged posts and videos that Ethan has made about Hassan, you don't know what crashing out means. True. And then Ethan Decline made that a story and put, it's a phrase I don't even use because it's dumb as fuck. Okay, again, no one ever said that. Also feels derogatory toward mental health in general. Are you kidding me? That obviously has to be a troll where he goes, this is derogatory toward mental health. Weren't you the one that was making fun of Aaron Bushnell? Bye, George. Good night. Like, wasn't it Ethan Decline that was making fun of Aaron Bushnell and calling him mentally ill? Like, that's crazy. But now he's pretending to care. I'm assuming he must be trolling, because that can't be sincere. After obsessively spewing that for the last year, now you guys are getting defensive for poor Hassan. The gates are open. You are no longer infallible. You are no longer scary. It's open season for you, scumbags. I'm sorry, is that a threat? Is that a threat? You are no longer infallible. You're no longer scary. First of all, who said, I don't know who, if he's referring to me, if he's referring to Hassan, or if he's referring to the left in general, but who thought the left was scary? Also, who said the left was infallible? Who said the left was infallible? No one says that. It's open season for you, scumbags. Is that a threat? Yeah, this is the same guy that said that what's his name? Oh, what is his name? The guy, the criminal that has the ICJ warrant out for his arrest because he's a terrorist. No, it's not Ben Gvir, who is incidentally a convicted terrorist, even in the Israeli regime, which tells you a lot because they love terrorists. So the fact that even they convicted him of terrorism tells you a lot. But they what is his name? Yoav Gallant. Yoav Gallant, that's his name. Okay. Yoav Gallant is literally a terrorist. There is a warrant out for his arrest. Okay. And Ethan Decline and his terrorist wife actually went on stream and said, no, he's actually a really good guy. He was a moderating force. What? Moderating force? He's literally genocidal. It's open season on you scumbags. Why is he threatening? And if he's referring to Hassan, why? I need somebody to make it make sense how this crazy person, this deeply unwell person, is able to constantly threaten Hassan and say insanely racist, Islamophobic, anti-Arab, fucking anti-Muslim shit to him. And it's like it ain't no thing. Yeah, where's YouTube now? Okay. Maybe it was him. That just occurred to me. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was him that went after me. It might, because he has a like, if a YouTuber is big enough, they get personal like personal people. I'm forgetting the name. They get like an account manager, is what I'm saying. Like, if you're big enough on YouTube, like, if I think it's like you have like over like 500,000 or 1 million subs, you get an account manager. That might have been what he did. That might have been him. It's possible. I wouldn't put it past him. Look at how they're constantly on a deranged crusade against Hassan. But this is what is amazing about it. This is what's amazing about it, is it's literally him and Destiny that constantly go on racist Islamophobic rants against Hassan, and neither of them have been demonetized. Okay? Neither of them have been demonetized from YouTube, despite the fact that they constantly go on deranged racist rants against Hassan. Curious. Max Blumenthal and his YouTube channel, Gray Zone and Mate, is great, as is Katie Halper. Katie Halper shouted me out too. Ilion Poppin, or oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you know what? I also wish that Max Blumenthal or Aaron Mate would have me on Gray Zone. Oh, you know who I keep forgetting that I want to get their attention, have them have me on, is Mehdi Hassan. I keep forgetting about him. Yes, Mehdi Hassan. Let me on to talk about this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said Hassan. I keep forgetting because I got it interchanged with Hassan Piker. It's Mehdi Hassan. That's how he says his last name. I absolutely hate saying people's names wrong. It's one thing I really try to get right, is like pronouncing people's names correctly. Yes, Mehdi Hassan. He is another one who I have been wanting to get on his show. I want to go on his show to talk about this too. I actually love Bad Empanadas videos going after them. Oh no, I would totally go on Pierce, but do you condemn Hamas's show? I would love to. That would be fun. Put me on there with a Zionist. True. Bad Empanada is a YouTuber, and he has done a lot of really, really funny and good scathing videos, taking down Ethan Decline and his IOF wife. He recently did a video on the content nuke. That was pretty funny. Well, no, okay. First of all, I would definitely go on Pierce, but do you condemn Hamas, Morgan? I think that would be very fun. Especially if you put me on with a Zionist. I think that would be very fun. But of course he's a right winger. Of course he's a right winger. In fact, Piers Morgan is the same shtick of the I'm not a conservative. I just defend and repeat conservative talking points all the time. Yeah, it's literally him. He always is like, I'm not a conservative, and then does conservative talking points. Like, that is the same shtick we all know, where like somebody pretends not to be on the right, but while constantly caping for the right and doing right-wing talking points. Like, he had Steve Bannon on, who I can't think of many people that are more far right than Steve Bannon. And he basically was like, not only playing patty cakes with him and doing like a cute true or false with him at the end, but didn't even challenge him at all multiple times when he lied. Multiple times. Like, Steve Bannon lied about cops being assaulted on January 6th. Piers Morgan didn't fact check him, didn't, correct him. And then he also lied about the election being stolen, which we all know it wasn't. And he didn't correct him. And we all know that when Piers wants to correct someone, he won't shut the fuck up. Whenever somebody who is even remotely on the left is on his show, he'll interrupt them 500 ways to Sunday. Like, a person who's even remotely on the left, he will interrupt them. He won't let them get a word in edgewise. But then a right-winger, which again, is not, there aren't that many people that are as far right in the public sphere than Steve Bannon. But yet he goes on. And again, I'm not even saying don't have him on. I am not interested in cancel culture. I am not interested in disappearing people off the internet. I think it's a failed project. I think all it does is create backlash and create more underground extremism. I also really deeply believe in our First Amendment, and I don't think that you should just kick people off the internet, even if they're terrible people. With that being said, I don't have a problem with the fact that he had him on. I have a problem with the fact that he didn't challenge him at all. There was zero challenging, zero like confronting him, zero challenging him on the lies that he told. And at the end, he just did a cutesy Q&A. And once again, this is the same guy that doesn't shut the fuck up when somebody on the left is talking on his show. A person on the left can't get a word in fucking edgewise without him interrupting. But then he has Steve Bannon on and doesn't even correct him when he lied about January 6th. No, yeah, I agree. I don't think cancel culture solves anything. I think it actually makes things worse. I think some of the backlash that we're seeing right now is a result of the attempt of stifling people's speech and cancel culture, which I know a lot of people on the left say that cancel culture doesn't exist. It's fake. It does exist. It's not fake. And I think that the left, not that I'm not blaming the left for right wingers being fascist. Like right wingers are going to fash. They're already fascist. But I don't think it helps that there are some, I don't want to say all, like obviously it's not all, but there are some people and institutions that you can vaguely call left or at least liberal that went out of their way to try to cancel people and silence people and suppress people, thinking that it was going to help. And all it did was create this massive backlash. Like, I don't know how it helps. And again, I would never say, oh, this is all the left's fault, because right wingers are fascists and they're going to fash no matter what. But I do think that by being so censorious and by being such hall monitors, it did help create a backlash. And now you have Nancy Mace sitting saying transphobic slurs in the House. I think that Nancy Mace is a loser who used to support LGBTQ plus rights, and she just jumped on the bandwagon of the hate and of the backlash in order to get attention because she's a loser. But I think that they're transphobic anyway. However, I don't think that the attempt to constantly cancel people and silence people when they criticized trans rights helped. I don't think it helped. I think it actually hurt us, because now there's been this massive backlash, and you have psychos like her sitting now on the House floor openly using transphobic slurs against people. I didn't say that Tucker Carlson was canceled. Yeah, but once again, I'm furious at the Democrats for this because we have no opposition. None of this could be happening without their assistance. If the Democrats wanted to, they could shut that shit down now. Do you guys not remember the way the Republicans would constantly bring the government to a halt, even when they were in the minority, by filibustering everything, by slow rolling nominations? They always used everything at their disposal to fuck over the Democrats. And then the right wing takes over and is doing all this fast shit, and the Democrats are nowhere to be found. Where are you? Oh, okay, so you go outside on Capitol Hill and you do an embarrassing press conference that shows how old and decrepit and out of touch you guys all are, with a bunch of 100-year-olds saying, we're going to win. But there's no real opposition. Again, the reason why it has been so easy for the right-wing fascists to take over is because we have no fucking real opposition. And I am tired of people making excuses for the Democrats. And I'm not saying you're doing that, but I am so tired of people making excuses for the Democrats. People should be furious about them. At them, I should say. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter attacking Palestinians, Arabs, pro-Palestinian protesters being like, should have voted for Kamala. Maybe for Kamala. Those people are losers. And they're not helping shit because their ire that they're directing at Palestinians and Arabs and pro-Palestinian protesters, that ire should be being directed at the Democratic Party. That rage over the fact that Trump is in office should be directed at the Democratic Party. Not only is it morally reprehensible that they're doing that, because how fucking dare you tell a Palestinian to vote for their own genocide, to vote to okay and greenlight more genocide of their people. So not only is it morally grotesque, but on a strategic level, you're a moron. Because all you're doing is alienating more people. You're alienating young voters, you're alienating Arab American voters, you're alienating Muslim voters, and you're alienating leftists, who incidentally you do need to win. You actually do need them to win. Remember how before the election they kept saying, fuck off leftists, we don't need you. We don't need you. Oh, it turns out you did. Turns out you did. You did need us. But all they're doing by attacking the left and attacking the pro-Palestinian supporters is alienating them further, is alienating all of us further. Their ire, once again, should be being directed at the fucking Democratic Party. Their ire should be being directed at the people in power. Yes, go comment to him. Go in his comments, Michelle, and tell him to have me on. Yes, this was so cringe. This was so cringe. We can watch that. We can watch that. I was going to make a TikTok video about it. Any ire that a Democrat has should be being directed at the Democratic Party, not the left, not young people, not the Arab American community. Again, not only because it's immoral, but also because you guys are idiots. It's not going to help. It's not going to help the Democrats. You know, the Democrats have a 57% disapproval rating. How's that going? If he'd have me on, of course I would. Although that might kill, like, oh, that just scared me. If he had me on, though, can you imagine Ethan Decline's reaction? Ethan Decline might, like, have a conniption. Yeah, tell him to have me on. That'd be so funny. Oh my gosh. Imagine Ethan Decline. He'd be freaking out. I discovered you by watching Hassan. He played your TikTok. Oh, I know what you're referring to. I think he played my TikTok when I was talking about the blackout, the celebrity blackout. I know, it's actually such a great name. I don't even know who coined it or made it up. I found it. People just commented it when I first made my video about him, and I thought it was hilarious. So that's what I'm calling him going forward. But again, I don't even know who to credit it to or who came up with it, because it was just like written so many times on one of my videos about him, just by random people on TikTok. It doesn't hurt to do either. It doesn't hurt to do either. Get me on Hassan's stream and get me on Mehdi Hassan. Hassan Hassan. Hassan Hassan. I'll do both. Oh, the mask is off indeed. But back to what I was saying about the Democrats, okay? When you see Democrats being like, oh, the left, it's the left's fault, it's Arabs' fault. What they're saying is also that they don't care about winning, okay? They don't care about winning because you losers have a 57% disapproval rating, okay? Kamala Harris would not have won even if the left voted for her. And Democrats have a 50% disapproval rating. And yet, they have a 57% disapproval rating. And yet, they're doubling down. Instead of actually doing any type of course correction, instead of actually doing any type of fight or holding Democrats accountable for what happened, their response has been more cowbell. No, I know. She wasn't going to win no matter what. Like, she lost by a really decent amount. She literally lost every swing state. Yeah, it wasn't particularly close either. So it's just pathetic. And their answer to this is more cowbell. Yeah, they're not. And also, again, they're not serious. They're not serious. I'm not saying that I would never vote for a Democrat again at the federal level. I did not vote for any of them at the federal level this election because of Gaza. And I'm not going to say, because you can't really say never, that I would never vote for a Democrat again. But what I am going to say is I will never vote. I will never vote again for the Democrats at the federal level unless and until they do a massive 180 course correction, basically burn the party to the ground and build it back up, basically. Because they're a joke. They're an actual joke. Can you imagine if this was really Mark Andreessen, Lamau? Like, obviously, this is not the real Mark Andreessen, but imagine if it was. It'd be really funny. Yeah, like, the Democratic Party are fucking losers. And they don't care about winning. They only care about destroying the left. They would much rather aid and abet fascist Republicans than they would ever letting a leftist or a progressive even be in power. They don't just hate the left. They even hate the progressives who aren't even that left. So unless and until that shit was burnt to the ground and rebuilt and there was radical reform, I won't be voting for them again at the federal level. I won't be voting for them again at the federal level. Nope. And as you can see, they're not doing anything to course correct. And a perfect example of that is look at who they just elected to be DNC chair. Look at what they just did, who they just elected to be DNC chair. A fucking corporatist. A corporatist. And the people in the party complaining about it aren't even mad that he's a corporatist who were saying like, they're good billionaires. They're mad that he's a white man. Really? That's what you're focusing on. Learning nothing. And that guy that was like, that one hack on MSNBC was like, wanting to focus on raise your hand if you think sexism and misogyny was the reason why she lost. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of it. First of all, why, like, I would never ever say, and I'm not saying, so don't take this the wrong way, that sexism and misogyny and racism did not contribute to why some people did not vote for her. Of course. There are racist people that just don't want to vote for a person of color. There are sexist people, a lot of sexist people that just don't think a woman should be in a leadership position like that. Absolutely true. Was that a contributing factor? Of course. Was that the main reason she lost? No. No. But the Democrats are not interested in that. The reason why they want to focus so hard on her identity is because that way you don't have to change. Because obviously, if you can just say, oh, it's only because people are racist and sexist, you don't have to course correct. You don't have to take accountability. You don't have to change. Yeah, so judging by the way that DNC thing was run tells me they have absolutely no interest in changing. Absolutely no interest in changing. Absolutely no interest in course correcting. No interest, no interest, no interest. Hold on. I want to look at. We want to get more people on Twitch. Go to Twitch. Some of you guys go over to Twitch. I'm trying to get my time up on Twitch. That way people can sub to it. You can't sub to my Twitch right now because I'm not a partner. I'm not even affiliate yet. That's why I need more watch time on Twitch. But literally though. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Rodder. I want to get more people on Twitch though. Correct. Twitch gang. True. Bye, Mark. Yes. Yes. Wait, sorry, I'm trying to find something specific. Wait a second. I did retweet it. I hate when I retweet something and then it's gone. Okay, I don't know where it went. Maybe I just liked it and thought I retweeted it, but somebody tweeted, no, I'm pretty sure I did retweet it. I don't know why it's not showing up. But I was looking for the tweet where somebody was talking about Hakeem Jeffries. Oh, maybe it was. He was talking about Hakeem Jeffries doing okay, now I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody that tweeted about how Hakeem Jeffries was actually saying that we should done corporate tax cuts for the rich, like not opposing the tax cuts for the rich. I thought I retweeted it. I guess I didn't. That's annoying because now I don't know where it went. And I don't even remember who did it, who tweeted it.
of this.
Speaking of Ethan Decline,
Whatever's happening right now is I feel like you can absolutely say that this is the fault of people like Hassan. Not entirely, obviously, right? Not entirely, but like they are fucking part of this. They are part of this.
it's actually
Whatever's happening right now is rests on their fucking shoulders in their lap. And of course, they'll never acknowledge that. There's never a place for soul searching. But go on, tell us about how the great casinos and beachside property we can expect to enjoy in Gaza. Go on.
actual fascism. Like, this is fascism. Like, defending that and then blaming it on Hassan. It's actually deranged. It's actually deranged. Maybe you should talk to some of the psychos who are talking about doing the ethnic cleansing. Maybe you should tell your IOF terrorist wife to tell some of the government officials that ethnic cleansing is wrong instead of blaming it on Hassan or other people that oppose ethnic cleansing. Absolutely deranged. This comment this person wrote on there, he perfectly demonstrates the phrase scratch a liberal and a fascist bleeds. 100%. 100%. Easiest boycott yet. Yes. Boycott this, you guys. Boycott Netflix. But like, seriously, that is so deranged. Hey, O'Day. Woo, O'Day. How's it going? Oh, good. We have 15 in Twitch now. Yes, everybody should boycott Netflix, boycott that Amy Schumer movie. I actually think that Ethan Decline lost a lot of subs, which is good. After he did his like Hassan content nuke. Mm-hmm. It's my dog. He has little tapper feet. Why angry? My little hand. Oh no, this is the one. This is the one. Because remember, some of us told you guys that they would suddenly pretend to care and acknowledge that genocide and ethnic cleansing were happening in Gaza once Trump was president. That despite the fact that this has been happening under the Democrats, that this has been happening with the consent and the help of Democrats, the money, the cover, the votes, all happening under Democrats. Democrats set the stage for what Trump is now saying he's going to do. There would be no ability. Thanks, someday. There would be no ability for the Trump administration to be talking about rebuilding Gaza in the image of their insane, psychotic real estate developers if the Democrats had not already seen its leveling. But we kept telling you guys that the Democrats would not care about it. They wouldn't speak up about it. They wouldn't tell the Democrats to move. They wouldn't tell the Democrats to change course. They wouldn't hold Kamala Harris accountable. They wouldn't hold Biden accountable. But that once Trump got elected, which is partially their fault because they should have been telling him to move. We have data that it's partially their fault because about 30% of voters who stayed home in this last election cycle in a YouGov poll said they did so because of Gaza. That's a large voting bloc. 30% of people that said they voted for Biden in 2020 stayed home because of Gaza. So they aided and abetted, they aided and abetted genocide, ethnic cleansing, and suppressed their own voters in this last election in order to help Biden facilitate this genocide. But then, and we all said they wouldn't care, the voters would not hold them accountable, the liberals would not hold Biden or Kamala accountable. And then once Trump came into office, I told you guys, a lot of us told you guys, they were going to suddenly care. They were going to suddenly care. And look at this. Al Green, who didn't give a shit about this genocide the entire time it's been happening, suddenly cares now that Trump is in office.
From the President of the United States may concern. Ethnic cleansing in Gaza is not a joke, especially when it emanates from the President of the United States, the most powerful person in the world, when he has the ability to perfect what he says. Ethnic cleansing in Gaza is no joke, and the Prime Minister of Israel should be ashamed, knowing the history of his people, to stand there and allow such things to be said. Ethnic cleansing.
Well, because he's a genocidal lunatic. That's why. Of course he's allowing it. But yes, it is very shameful. Anybody who would be okay with that, especially considering the history of the Jewish people and what they did endure during the Holocaust, to be okay with this or defend it is actually psychotic. Like, really psychotic and evil. But isn't it amazing that now the Democrats suddenly found their voice on ethnic cleansing and genocide now that Trump is in office and now that it's not Biden? Curious.
Been a crime against humanity.
Oh, now
I
you
stand
can.
here today in the well to denounce what was said, to denounce what the president said, to denounce the complicity of the Prime Minister of Israel, and to remind people that Dr. King was right. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And injustice in Gaza is a threat to justice in the United States of America.
Again, where you be? Where have you been?
I rise to announce that the movement to impeach the president has begun.
Oh, now
I
you
rise
want
to announce that I will bring articles of impeachment.
Question. Once again, I don't actually oppose like on the merits what he's saying, because it's true that because of what's happening in Gaza, you think that shit won't come home? You think that shit won't come home? You don't think that those chickens are going to come home to roost? And yes, injustice anywhere is a threat to injustice everywhere. My question is, where have you been? So you want to do articles of impeachment against Trump because he's calling for the ethnic cleansing of Gaza, but you don't and you didn't want to impeach Biden over the same thing. Huh. Weird. Because may I remind you, Biden had the same plan. Biden had the same plan. So Biden had the same plan as the regime, as Trump. So where was this energy when Biden was in office?
Impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done. I also rise to say that the impeachment movement is going to be a grass-up movement, not a top-down. The people have got to move forward. The people have to demand it. And when the people demand it, it will be done. I did it before.
Are you going to arrest him this time? Because the people were demanding that you guys stop funding and propping up the genocide, and you arrested college protesters. You sicked the cops on them. So, are you going to sick the cops on them this time or no?
I laid the foundation for impeachment, and it was done. Nobody knows more about it than I. And I know that it's time for us to lay the foundation again. On some issues, it is better to stand alone than not stand at all. On this issue, I stand alone, but I stand for justice. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back.
Oh, yeah. Good to know that now that you are very upset and very passionate about it. Okay. I know. It's really enraging, actually. Yeah, no, it's true. Because again, he's like, people need to rise up. Last year, when there were protests all over the country for Gaza, the Biden administration sicked the cops on them. Students were arrested. They were kicked out of school. A bunch of them didn't even get to walk their graduations or get diplomas. They got expelled. Kids were beaten at the college campus protests. And Representative Al Green was nowhere the fuck to be found. Now he cares about what's happening in Gaza? Get out of here. And I don't even have the link right now. Somebody could send me the link if you wanted. But I would guarantee you that he voted for all the weapon shipments. I bet he did. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. No, I know, but it's, you know what it is? Wait, O'Day, it literally is. Oh, but under Kamala, the genocide would have been so much nicer. Like the vibes would have been better. It would have been like girl boss genocide, like like queen genocide. It reminds me of this meme. Where's the meme of where is it? This. Okay, wait, hold on. No, it's literally this. Hold on. It's literally this. They say that the next one will be sent by a woman, a next bomb. Really makes you feel like you're a part of history. No, it's literally that. It's them being like, okay, yeah, but if when it was a genocide under a girl boss, like, then we defended it. But now we don't. It's so insane. Yeah, it also reminds me of this one too. It reminds me of this one too. Republicans. Oh, I forgot meme. Yeah, it's also this meme. Literally. This is what it is, actually. Wait. It's literally this meme. Dropping the same amount of bombs, but then it's like, oh yeah, but pride, Black Lives Matter. Literally that. Absolutely not. I never want to see Jill Stein again, run for office again. No. I'm not saying this to like personally hate on her. Okay, it's not personal. People think I'm being personal. I'm not. Jill Stein has run enough. She's run enough. No more running from Jill Stein. The Democratic Party is not the only party that needs to be rebuilt. So does the Green Party, and they need an entire new strategy and rebranding because they haven't done shit. They don't do anything. She's run enough. She's seriously run enough. You need some new people. Like I don't want to see it again. At this point, it's going to be a meme. It's going to be a joke. Every 4 years, Jill Stein runs and loses. Like, no, guys. Like at a certain point, you need to realize when something isn't working. And the Green Party has a reputation of basically just running Jill Stein every 4 years and being useless. They don't even have an active chapter in New York. Like when I was looking into them about like voting and stuff, they don't even have an active chapter in New York. They need to be burnt to the ground also and rebuilt up. I don't think it's helping. I voted for the PSL candidate because at least they're active. Like, I don't think that we should be making excuses for the Democrats being losers. And I also don't think we should be making excuses for the Green Party being useless. And again, I'm not saying that to be mean. I think that there are a lot of people that are a part of the Green Party that are good people. But as a party, if we're talking about winning, power, building up grassroots organizations, the Green Party has done what? And seriously, a lot of it's false promises too. I remember a lot of people during the election being like, oh no, where the Green Party is going to get to 5%. You need to vote for the Green Party and donate to the Green Party because they're going to get 5%. People really got convinced of it, and they didn't even get like one. I don't even think the Green Party reached 1% this election. In my personal opinion, I think we need a new party. I think we need a new party, and I think we need a party that is, wait, sorry, hold on. I'm going to take my computer into the kitchen because I need to start making my smoothie. Whoa. I think that the Green Party, sometimes I make a smoothie just because it's easier to take all my meds. When I have to take my meds and I have to take my like supplements and stuff, it's easier just to put in a smoothie. That way I don't have to taste it as much. Yeah, I think we need a labor party. We need a party that is run by workers. Okay, why is this is really annoying me that oh, I forgot I had iced coffee. That it's really annoying me that there is one. No, a labor party in the United States. What labor parties in the United States? I think we need one. And I think we need one that is people run and organized. Because obviously what we're doing isn't working. A new one, I assume you mean what? Wait, what new one? We have a labor party in the U.S. since when? Since when? I agree with this, but I still think you need to fight the fascists on their terms, and that's going to continue to happen. Okay, because you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a lot of people on the left will be like, abolish the United States. Abolish the United States and like whatever, right? They'll be like, fuck America, abolish it, whatever. But then there's no like talk about what would happen after that or plan. What would happen after that? Let's just say, because the United States is actually collapsing. Like it is. What would happen after the United States collapse? You know what I think would happen? Because the people that call for abolishing the U.S. as a state, because of the fact that they don't actually have any kind of plan in place or anything, you know what I think would happen? I think that the fascists would take over. Because they're literally fascists right now, techno-feudalists, that are planning this exact thing. Yeah. So anyway, there are techno-feudalists / fascists in this country right now wanting it also to collapse so that they can take it over and turn it into network nations. So there's that. So we have that. Oh, you know what? Maybe I might make tonight for part of my dinner or snack or whatever, or lunch. Because actually, I sleep so late that I end up being up so late. But you know what? I could do is make avocado toast with tomatoes. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. My sister told me about it. You just make avocado toast and then you cut tomatoes into little squares, not like slices of tomatoes, but like little, what do you call it? Diced, like diced tomatoes, and put salt on it. It's really good. Basically like bruschetta, kind of. Yeah. I don't care about the Democrats promoting pronouns. I think that that's fine. First of all, you shouldn't force that on people. But yes, I do think it's good to promote it. I don't like when people misgender me. I like when people use my proper pronouns. The problem is, in my opinion, not them pushing for people to accept people's proper pronouns. The problem is they don't do anything else. They don't do anything else. They're not promoting a worker or working class or regular person financial agenda, economic agenda. They only do culture war shit so that nobody notices that they're not doing anything else. Exactly, O'Day. I agree 100%. O'Day's correct. It's not that there's anything wrong with that. It's that you're not, if that's all you're doing and you're not promoting a serious economic agenda that helps regular working people, then I don't care. Then you're a clown. Like, that's what pisses me off about the Democrats. They claim to care about human rights and they claim to care about working people. And then they will say, oh, we care about, LGBTQ plus people and, proper pronouns. Meanwhile, they're funding and defending a genocide in Gaza and trying to cover that up with rainbow capitalism and fucking over workers here in the United States, fucking over poor people. My problem is not with the fact that they use pronouns. My problem is the fact that they don't actually do shit with anything else. There is no Democrat that should be in favor of tax cuts for the rich, period. There's no Democrat that should be in favor or okay with the genocide in Gaza. Like, there should be litmus tests. The problem is the Democrats have been fucking co-opted and they don't have litmus tests on anything that matters. Democrats don't have litmus tests on anything that matters. There should be a litmus test that says that if you are not against the genocide in Gaza, you can't be a Democrat. You can't run as a Democrat. That should be a rule. There should be a rule that says if you're a Democrat, you should be opposing billionaire money. You should be opposing money in politics, corporate money in politics. Do you see that? No, you don't see that. Instead, you see the fucking new chair of the Democratic Party being like, yeah, but our billionaires are nice. We have nice billionaires. This is why they're losers. And this is why they're going to continue to lose. They are not going to win. They are not going to win. They are going to continue to lose. And they're going to deserve it. They're going to deserve it. Because unless and until the party is either completely dismantled and burned to the ground and built back up, or they were to do radical reform, which they're not going to do, then the Republicans and the fascists are going to keep winning. So-called labor leader, in the U.S. that basically ruined Jeremy Corbyn's career and smeared him for years because he was standing up for Palestine and they kept calling him an anti-Semite. Like, total lie. But that's what they do. They just lie and 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 say that everything that they don't like is anti-Semitic. I don't know who that is. I think that that's one of the things that's so scary and damaging about what is happening in Gaza and the way that people run cover for it is that's the only thing I can think of, the only, crisis happening in the world I can think of that the people that are perpetrating the crimes also simultaneously get to position themselves as victims. I really can't think of any other atrocity that is happening in the world right now where the actual bad guys get to posture themselves as the victims and the oppressors get to pretend to be oppressed. Because in no other place do you see that. You don't see that happening in Russia. Everybody clearly understands that Russia, without, I mean, Ukraine has the United States helping them, but like if they were by themselves, Russia is clearly going to be more advanced and have more power than Ukraine. But obviously Ukraine has the help of the United States. But like Gaza's the only, you know, place. Why are people like banging outside my door? Gaza's the only place that I can think of where the people that are actually the ones being oppressed and victimized in the most horrendous way are also simultaneously positioning themselves as the victims of the people that they're victimizing. Yeah, exactly, O'Day. Exactly. It's actually, it's crazy. It's so crazy. All right, let me put a video on. Let me see if I can share see if we can. Bro, first of all, look who's live. Silly and Billy are live. Shaking my head. Also Destiny, of course. Destiny, because again, I got demonetized on YouTube, but Destiny is monetized. And again, when I point this stuff out, it is not because I'm trying to get them demonetized. Like, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's life, okay? I'm saying it's unfair because it's a double standard. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. It is unfair to allow people like Ethan Decline and Destiny to be monetized and then demonetize me. What a joke. What a joke. All right, somebody go tell Silly and Billy to have me on. And Mehdi Hassan, and Hassan Piker. Although I don't think Hassan's live right now. Or maybe he is. Hassan goes live for a really long time. I don't know how he does it. Oh, yeah, look at this insanity.
A golf course? You want to go golfing in Gaza? That's disgusting.
No, they're literally just racist. And of course it is. It's all about the fake. We care about protecting the Israelis and all this other lie when it was always about wanting to ethnically cleanse Gaza and steal their land. It was always about that. Gaza is a very, very beautiful place, and they always wanted to steal it. That's always what it was about, which is funny. I haven't gotten any apologies from the people that claim we were all anti-Semitic because we said what they were doing was actually trying to steal Gaza. And they're like, we're not trying to steal Gaza. That's anti-Semitic. We don't even want Gaza. Really? Because now you're all just admitting you want Gaza. You want to steal it. Oh, can we please? Yes.
He's gonna sue. Is he implying he's gonna sue Denims for violating his Oh, please.
That's
LOL.
insane. He's like up and down the timeline begging for people to watch the video because it's so damning. And now he's implying that he's gonna hit a copyright strike. That's crazy. No, wow, no accessibility settings on the Hassan broadcast.
Bro, that's pathetic. And so you guys, basically what he's doing, Ethan Decline, is he was telling everybody to watch the video, which is awful. And then now he wants to copyright people who referenced it. How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Can you please address the criticism here? What is this?
Stream and talks at the same time. Okay, but that's based. You're just based for that. Like, you're literally just based. Okay?
What?
Like, you're right about that. And you should say it. And we should all keep saying it.
What?
And he should stop pulling a Kamala by saying, I am speaking. Sorry. I'm speaking. we should keep saying it.
I don't know
All
what's
right?
going on here.
Maybe if enough of us push him, he will stop doing it. Okay?
What?
Maybe.
Great clip that cuts off the initial context. Yeah. There's criticism here, but I don't even know what it is. Denim's on Hassan speaking with his mouth full. Yeah, I'm not going to stop. Yeah, I will never stop eating on stream, and I will never stop speaking with my mouth full. You know, she said you stole the shelves. Wait, what do you mean? You got to blame my mom for that. Nothing. They're saying that another content creator has the same exact shelves behind her, and I'm saying that you are responsible. Yeah, my mom is the one who bought them and chose them. My mom is a big Denim's head. I think that's why. Well, yeah, that's the person who had the shelves. Yeah. Yeah, my mom can't even figure out Twitch to watch me. Okay, so your voice stops the room from spinning. Okay, nice. Did you see the new Hasanabe hit species just dropped? The way my rabbit doesn't give a damn about me when his favorite show, the Hasanabe broadcast, is on. Oh my god! I know that I have this aura on cats. I didn't know that it also existed for rabbits as well. That's so funny. Sorry, Sam, but is it possible to see that pic with your giant dog up close somehow? I can't stop looking at it, but it's too far away, and I'm curious if it's painted or computer generated or whatever. Do you have it posted somewhere? Maybe it's painted, and no, there's no way that I can take a picture that is framed, a painting that is framed on my wall, and bring it up closer to you. My cats sense your cat hating aura and sit in front of my screen all the time when I'm watching you. They want me to stop. It's really an awful noise, though. I legit have to turn you off when you eat. Not saying you should stop eating on stream, but like, could you at least try to eat away from the mic? Misophonia is a real thing, dude. Yeah. Me is my answer to that. And the reason for why I say me is because I have the greatest, strongest noise gate in the game, and you very rarely ever hear noises.
Not only that, but also like it's hard to do that if you're streaming as long as he is. From my understanding, he streams literally for like 8 to 10 hours a day. Like, when is he supposed to?
So, you know, that's it. That's literally it. Guess Hassan can't watch the video now. What is this?
And it'd be a shame if somebody was.
He's an NPC, doesn't he?
Oh, is he going to claim he's going to sue? Is he implying he's going to sue Denims for violating his cut? Oh, please.
How pathetic.
That's insane. He's like up and down the timeline begging for people to watch the video because it's so damning. And now he's implying that he's going to hit a copyright strike. That's crazy. No, wow, no accessibility settings on the Hasanabe broadcast.
Sure.
Which is a choice because,
Sure.
again, I'm sure that other people have heard this other YouTubers say it before. But like, if you're on YouTube, you have a choice to decide whether or not you want to do something about copyright, right? You don't have to strike someone over it. They take copyright seriously on YouTube. That's why a lot of people will get in trouble. But there's kind of an understanding amongst YouTubers that like you can use each other's content and people won't strike you for it. Like, they won't copyright you for it. They won't tell you to take it down. Like, a lot of YouTubers use each other's content to comment on the news. In fact, they do it all the time. They use other people's YouTube videos, other people's content to comment on the news, and they don't do it. I also haven't done it. Like, even amongst my small channel, I've gotten, like, YouTube had a thing, I'm forgetting what the name is called, like a copyright tool where they'll notify you when somebody uses your content and you can choose to tell them to take it down. Even like on my tiny channel, I've gotten notifications like that 6 or 7 times of people using my videos in their channel, and I've never told them to take it down. Like, I don't care if people use my videos, just like I want to use other people's videos.
Sure. Sure. Okay. So Hassan definitely should not watch his nuke then. Right? We were all in agreement. Hassan should not and apparently cannot watch his video because Ethan Klein doesn't like people violating his copyright. Hassan.
Wait, was this like the big 5-head move? Was it the big 5-head meta? Was that like I watch it and then he hits me with a copy strike? Like, what is happening? Anyway,
No,
I don't know. I don't really care.
What's happening is that he wanted people to like it, and because so many people made videos dunking on it and making fun of how stupid it was, that's why he wants to do the copyright strikes now, because people kept making fun of it.
moved on from this. I hope everyone else can as well eventually. Who knows? Ethan going anti-fair used a real Fetterman move. Oh my god. Did he also get hit with a stroke that makes you more pro-Israel than you were prior? He didn't move on. I mean, I'm moving on. I'm moving on once again, and I hope he can move on as well.
I feel bad for him, though,
you know,
it's like it's really not up to him. Ethan Decline has made it his whole personality to go after him and to go after them, to go after people like whether it's Denims or Frogan or any of these other, you know, anti-genocide people. He's made it his whole personality, so he's not going to stop.
Oh, that's it. I don't know what else to say.
That's so crazy. Interesting. Oh, I need to add this to things I want to finish watching later. I hadn't finished
A
this.
protective edge. They hadn't realized it.
I love this guy. Professor Morandi, he's so great.
Hello and welcome to another episode of India and Global Left. If you are new to our show, please smash that subscribe button. You can also support us by joining as a YouTube member, be a Patreon, or donate a small amount in the link given in the description below. But the least you can do is to watch the show, hit like, share, and please comment. Without further ado, let me welcome our guest today, Professor Muhammad Marandi. Professor Marandi teaches at the University of Tehran. Professor Marandi, welcome back to India and Global Left.
Thank you very much for inviting me again.
I want to discuss what's going on in Washington, D.C. The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, said Donald Trump yesterday at a press conference in Washington with his buddy, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. We will own it, he said, proposing to convert Gaza into a new real estate named Riviera. I just wanted to ask you, what's your first impression on two things? One is to have a criminal in the White House being given such a reception. And secondly, this total disregard for any kind of international norm and being such a lunatic state as the US is always, but so brazenly. Your first impression on these two accounts?
Totally. Yes, O'Day, there is. I mean, they obviously haven't done it yet, but that's why I'm not giving up. And I'm still asking people to continue to advocate for me, have me on their shows, go into other people's comments and tell them to have me on their shows. Other left creators like the Majority Report and Breaking Points, and tell them, and Mehdi Hassan, and tell them to have me on their shows. I'm just going to keep talking about it until they do, because once again, the whole thing is totally unjust. It's totally unjust. Thank you for saying that, O'Day. How people can help is by either joining my Patreon or my Ko-Fi to support me while I get through this. And also to just, as far as like actions being taken, to just keep telling other creators to have me on to talk about it and to continue to, you know, retweet. Because Twitter is where most of them are. That's why I bring up Twitter a lot. It's where most of them hang out or in their comments. So basically, when people say, what can I do? I say, please continue to tweet at them, retweet things I post about it, tweet at YouTube, and tell these people in their comments, people like Zateo and the larger creators on YouTube, people like Vosh, people like Majority Report to have me on. Okay, wait, I wanted to see what Morandi said about this.
Well, the White House has always housed criminals, so you shouldn't expect criminals not to be invited as guests.
True.
Trump is no more or no less criminal than Biden or Obama. Biden brought about the genocide in Gaza. He gave the ammunition and the weapons and the aid alongside the Europeans and others. And regional countries like Turkey, like Egypt, like Jordan, like the Emirates, they facilitated the genocide through trade and business. And so there are a lot of people who are responsible for the genocide. And Trump is a genocide supporter, so he's no different from Biden. And then, of course, Obama, who carried out the genocide in Yemen alongside the Saudis and the Emiratis and the Europeans and NATO, and then, of course, the destruction of Libya. And as we saw recently, Tulsi Gabbard in the Senate confirmation hearings, she spoke about the dirty war in Syria and about the fake chemical attacks and how the United States and its allies, like Mr. Erdogan, among others, supported Al-Qaeda and ISIS and Syria and finally brought them to power. So Trump is, he has no special place in this list of genocidal leaders or supporters of genocide. But I think, of course, obviously his statements were void of any morality, shameful and disgusting. But I don't think it's, at least my interpretation is that it's not a serious plan. I think that obviously the people of Gaza, the Palestinians there, they show that they're not going anywhere after surviving a almost 16-month long Holocaust.
True.
But I think the real objective is probably, and this is just my personal speculation, is that Trump is in a stronger position than Netanyahu. And Netanyahu was forced to accept the ceasefire because of the resilience of the resistance, the axis of resistance, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, Hezbollah, Ansarullah, and all of them together put a lot of pressure on the Israeli regime and ultimately.
Right, that's why they're delusional if they think that the Palestinians are just going to be like, okay, sure. You want to ethnically cleanse us and kick us out after all the resisting that we've done to stay in our homes, and now we're returning to the north. You want to go in and kick us out? Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's literally, first of all, again, war crimes. This is a genocide, ethnic cleansing, absolutely psychotic against international law. But also you're delusional because the Palestinians are not just going to go.
Trump forced the ceasefire. And I think that that puts him in a commanding position compared to Netanyahu. And in this meeting, I think Trump sort of gave this as a, said this in order to strengthen Netanyahu's position so that Netanyahu would continue with the ceasefire. I think that's how it's working. I think that right now Netanyahu has a problem because he promised his fanatical allies in the cabinet that he will continue the war. He'll go back to the war. But I think Trump doesn't want war, not because he's a great person, but because he wants quiet. That's how I see it. And so Trump is he's given some concessions like the bunker busters that will be used to kill people and innocent people in future. And probably he will give concessions in the West Bank, I assume. Again, it's speculation. But I think what he wants from Netanyahu is for him to continue with the ceasefire. And so he said this in order to make Netanyahu's coalition partners happy. And I think they are happy because they're hoping that they can expel the Palestinians. So I think maybe the reason why he did this was not because he really wants to do it, but he wants to strengthen Netanyahu's hand and keep him in power. And thus Netanyahu will give him a concession, and that is not to expand the war. And also probably Netanyahu wants the United States to attack Iran. And of course, that's I think that would bring down the Trump regime if there was war with Iran. So I think in order to get AIPAC off his back, Netanyahu off his back, and to push for the second phase of the ceasefire, he said, okay, we're going to empty Gaza of Palestinians, and we're not going to implement the third phase of the deal. But I think he wants at least to get to the second phase, finish the second phase of the ceasefire agreement. That's how I see it. That's how I'm interpreting it. Because I can't see any scenario when the United States goes into Gaza and tries to clear out Gaza. It's not going to happen. And no country in the region can afford to help them out. I mean, true, Egypt, Jordan, Mr. Erdogan, the Emirates, all of them collaborated with Israelis or cooperated with Israelis, but none of them can afford to take in refugees, because I think that will be the camel that the straw that breaks the camel's back.
In fact, when Netanyahu left for DC, his finance minister Bezalel Smotrich was threatening to collapse his government if he doesn't restart the war with Hamas again. And apparently, he seems to be a bit happy with what Trump has said. But I want to ask you that a key question that has been left out open within the ceasefire is the question of who rules Gaza. And the answer has to be quite obvious. It has to be people of Gaza who would elect who would rule them. But it seems that Israel, the United States, and vast majority of the West, even France and Germany, which came out and condemned what Trump said on Tuesday, said that, but we stand by the fact that Hamas should go. And it seems to me that Trump's instigation kind of blackmails the Palestinians to have their own leadership if Hamas is their overwhelming charge, which seems to be the case. Your comment on that observation?
Well, first I have to point something out, and that is that it may be that Trump actually tries to take over Gaza. I'm not saying that it won't happen. And my analysis, what I feel that Trump may be after, does not lessen the sheer immorality of the statement. And the world should mobilize against Trump in the United States and condemn him for this, and to put pressure on regional countries to stop cooperating with the United States. And these verbal condemnations by governments, these are useless. You know, there has to be pressure.
What is going on in chat? Yeah, not like that. We all don't know and dislike the zoos. We just got it. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second to realize what you were saying. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we have to be careful. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Long shelf. We're just yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Emily, is there a way to make it? First of all, then we need to come up with another word when we're talking about it. Need to come up with another word, but also we need to figure out a way to make it so that it doesn't come up in chat, so that we can't get so that people don't hit us if it comes up. Yeah, we blocked the term already. Oh, okay. Thanks, old bony bird. Got it. Okay. Yeah, which again is insane suppression. It's such insane, ridiculous suppression because obviously we have to do it for now, but it is insane that they even do that, because it's like, that's like saying you can't say conservative or liberal. Like, you're not allowed to say conservative or liberal. Like, what? What?
So I'm not belittling what he said. I'm just saying that I don't think that he's serious about emptying Gaza. And it is hypocritical that these European regimes are condemning him for what he said about Gaza, but they supported the Holocaust in Gaza. So it's okay to slaughter the Palestinians, but it's not okay to expel them from their land. There is no, they're not taking a moral position. These are immoral leaders, just as immoral as Trump. But I don't think Trump or the Europeans are in any position to impose anything on Gaza. And Hamas is not going to give up any power or authority, because they have popular support. And the allies of Hamas, like Islamic Jihad, they are going to strengthen Hamas. And all of their partners in the resistance in Gaza will stick with them. The Palestinian Authority has no popular support. In the West Bank, they're not popular either. In polls that were recently carried out, they only had a very small...
I just want to remind chat, the insanity, once again, I think most of you already know, but how insane it is that the reason why I got demonetized on YouTube permanently without a warning, like on a first warning, I didn't even have a strike. They didn't do it temporarily. They didn't just take away my live feature, anything like that. They permanently demonetized me over a warning. Why? Because I said I was talking about Palestinian liberation and how the Palestinians need to be free. And I said that even the Biden administration acknowledges that Hamas had not been defeated. They weren't defeated in Gaza. They're still there. And in fact, they've recruited more militants. Where's the lie? Yeah, ridiculous. Just reminding everybody the insanity of that.
Segment of support among the population, and those are largely people who are corrupted by the system, and that's how the Israelis have been working for decades. That's how the West works. That's how all these Western NGOs work in Lebanon and elsewhere. They corrupt societies, and they and through them they bring about regime change, color revolutions, or other forms of misery upon people. So the Palestinian Authority is only in power because the Israeli regime is behind them in the West Bank. But in Gaza, they have absolutely no chance whatsoever.
I was going to say, it's my understanding, and O'Day, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that Palestinians in the occupied West Bank do not support, you are basically Hamas. O'Day, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the Palestinians in the occupied West Bank do not support, the Palestinian Authority. Seven teeth, Don. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Teeth extractions suck.
Whoever
I've had
of taking over, and we have to all recall that
not 7 at once.
What happened after the elections, and how Hamas won those elections. If there were elections held today, I have no doubt that not only would Hamas and its allies together win in Gaza, they would win in the West Bank. But the Europeans and Americans, they have no interest in democracy.
Because as far as I understand it, I'm pretty sure that in 2005 or 6, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, when Hamas ran for election, the United States was pushing for these elections because they thought that somebody else was going to win. And then they were surprised that Hamas won. Is my...
They never had any interest in democracy. I think that facade, that is all gone now. After Gaza, I think no sane person believes that the West believes in human rights or women's rights or children's rights. Or
Facts. That is dead. The whole shtick from the West, the U.S., we believe in human rights. We believe in democracy. We believe in children's rights, LGBTQ rights, trans rights. No, we don't. No, we don't. The genocide in Gaza ripped that mask off, never to be put back on again, okay? Never to be put back on again. Okay, so they don't support the Palestinian Authority. That's what I thought. But like the lie that like the West supports like freedom and democracy and LGBTQ rights and women's rights. No, that whole facade was blown up. Maybe using blown up is not the best word to use. But the whole thing, the mask has been totally ripped off by that. Because when it came to children being killed in Gaza, all of a sudden we don't care about children's rights. When it came to women being killed in Gaza, we don't care about women's rights. Where are the women's groups? We don't care about democracy. We don't care about any of that shit.
or freedom of speech or anything like that. That is all out the window. And again, it's just like the Europeans condemning Trump for saying the Palestinians must go, but for 16 months, almost 16 months, they've been held.
I forgot about that too. Free speech. We don't care about free speech. Oh man, never did we realize fast enough how much we don't care about free speech until you start talking about Gaza. That's another thing that ripped the mask off. Free speech. You talk about Gaza? Nah, actually, we don't really want free speech. New phone. Who dis? Like, seriously, I never want, and I hope nobody lets them live it down. I don't think they should ever get to live it down. All the grifters that made so much money off of doing their free speech shtick. People like Jordan Peterson and Barry Weiss and Brett Weinstein, all those grifters that made names for themselves being like, we're pro-free speech. We stand up to the woke. We're for free speech on college campuses. We stand up for the woke and demand free speech. And then the second we start talking about Gaza, all of them flip their script. All of them flip the script and are on the side of censorship to censor people talking about Gaza. Total frauds. Mask fully off. Never let them live that down.
Helping out with the Holocaust.
The world has to learn how to live with Trump, who openly threatens the sovereignty of any country, but it's difficult for the West to learn to live with someone that the Palestinians elect for themselves. I want to ask you about the so-called Abraham Accord, given Trump is said to be one of the architects of that accord, which is no.
Wait, who said that? Most people are not for free speech. Yes, that's true. But it enrages me specifically with all the people on the quote intellectual dark web. I forgot Rave Dubin too did that shtick. These people made millions of dollars off pretending to be pro-free speech and fighting against the woke agenda and the woke cancel culture on college campuses. Every single one of them made a ton of money doing that free speech shtick. And then they all flipped the script just like that when talking about Gaza. They wanted people banned. They wanted people kicked off college campuses. They wanted professors fired. They got the professors, the heads of all these universities, they got them fired. They're full of shit. And they made a lot of money off pretending to be pro-free speech. And yes, I always have a problem with people on the left who are not pro-free speech. I oppose that too. I oppose that too. I am all about free speech. I think that everybody should be for free speech. And I hate when the left opposes free speech, which some do. You're right. Because of the fact that it always hurts the left. That's why I hate when people on the left are like, yeah, shut them down, like censor their speech. It's like, no. First of all, you should be for free speech because it's the fucking First Amendment. That's number one. But number two, you should also oppose censorship because it is always used to hurt the left. It is always used on the left. Always. Anytime you think you're going to get away with putting speech restrictions on the right for whatever reason, they will turn around and they will all do it to the left. The left needs to be principled when it comes to speech.
Normalizing ties between the absolutist Gulf states, including Saudi Arabia and Israel. Something that Noam Chomsky, when we communicated, he used to come to our show often, and he said that it's a coalition of reactionary states put together to put a further blow to the rights of the Palestinians. Saudi Arabia and every other state in the region has reacted against what Trump said. Does this put Trump's own Abraham Accord at stake?
Most places
a couple of things actually that I can say about this is that whether it's the Abraham Accords or whether it's just this, this claim that regional countries are going to support the removal of the Palestinian people, what Trump is doing is he's weakening his own allies. He's weakening these despots, because whether he's lying or not, and whether they really in secret agree with him or not to try to remove the Palestinian people, a lot of people are going to question their governments. They're going to question these regimes. People in these Arab dictatorships in the Persian Gulf, or in Egypt, or in Jordan, or elsewhere, they're going to ask themselves, are our governments secretly negotiating to help the Americans and Israelis remove the Palestinians? So even if it's not true, it raises questions. And that undermines the legitimacy.
Which is the reason why I think that Saudi Arabia came out with that statement so quickly. It was not long after Trump said that Saudi Arabia came out and was like, no. Like, you're not going to ethnically cleanse the Palestinians from Gaza. The only reason also why they want the American troops to go there is because they don't want to have to clean up the wreckage themselves.
Of these regimes in the eyes of their own people. So what Trump is doing by making these claims is that he's weakening his own camp. He's weakening members of his own camp. He's weakening these regimes that are already weak and vulnerable even further. And so whether it's and if it's the Abraham Accord, it's the same, because right now, after what's happened in Gaza and the Holocaust that we saw there, now the brutality, the sheer brutality that we're seeing in the West Bank, and of course the genocidal attacks in Lebanon and so on, no one can really pursue the Abraham Accords and not be afraid. I mean, the Saudis, I'm sure, would be
Yeah,
very
exactly.
worried about.
What people don't realize is that shit's changed, folks. The entire world knows what's happening in Gaza now. It's not like it used to be where like all these things could kind of happen on the DL and people didn't really notice. You know what I mean? Like all these things, get your butts to Twitch. Yes, come to Twitch. It's not like it used to be where like people would talk about Gaza or things that were happening in Gaza and it wouldn't even make the 10th page of the news. Nobody really knew or thought about what was going on. You can't do that now. Every single person in the world knows what's happening in Gaza. Yes, thank God. But now people can't ignore it. You can't ignore it now.
Taking a step in that direction after what has happened in Gaza. So it's going to, if they do move in that direction, it's going to be costly and dangerous. But in any case, Trump has weakened his own allies. He's weakened these proxies. And it's very interesting, by the way, that
I agree,
the Syrian,
Emily.
the terrorists who rule over Syria right now, the Europeans are fine with the terrorists.
I agree. I agree with you. First of all, it's because of our shared humanity. Everybody should absolutely. But also, I always argue that Christians should. There are a lot of Christian Zionists in America because of the way that a lot of evangelicals are raised with this BS interpretation of the Bible that we have to support the Israeli regime because it's going to usher in the end times and all this other bullshit. That is not true. I will continue to press the fact that if you are a Christian, you have a moral obligation to support the Palestinians and their freedom. Like you can't be out here calling yourself a Christian and then supporting the Israeli regime's genocide and ethnic cleansing. Like that's not how it works.
But they want Hamas to go. They're fine with Al-Qaeda and ISIS in Syria. And you see these diplomats and you see these politicians from the UK and elsewhere going to visit them, but Hamas must go.
True.
So the people who carried out 9/11, the people who carried out beheadings, the people who burned all these people alive, the people who would drown people in cages, these are all good. Jolani or Shara, he killed thousands of Iraqis with car bombs in Baghdad and other cities. That's fine. He can, he's a good guy. And one of the things I think is really important is that to keep in mind is those people in our region who support these terrorists in Syria, their position is very hypocritical because on the one hand, they don't trust the United States. They say that the United States is evil and how it conspires against the Palestinian people. But on the other hand, they're on the same side as the Americans, and they've been on the same side as the Americans in Syria for the last 13, 14 years. So they've been helping the United States pursue its dirty war in Syria to destroy Syria along, Mr. Erdogan. He's responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Syrians. These people they're answerable. They have to answer that question. How is it that U.S. policy in Syria is something that you support, but you condemn it in Palestine? But in any case, I think that it's going to be virtually impossible after what has happened in Gaza to bring any of the regimes in the region, even those that have relations with Netanyahu.
Yeah, no, that's true. Exactly. But unfortunately, a lot of people are really stupid and really ignorant. Like they don't even know that there are Christian Palestinians. They don't know that there are Christian churches in Gaza, that there are Christian churches in the occupied West Bank. Although like Jesus literally was born there. Okay. Yeah, some of we had a congressman, he's not in office anymore. He got voted out because he voted to impeach Trump. So all the MAGA people were mad at him and voted him out. But he is half Armenian, half Palestinian, and some of his family members died in Gaza. And he used to be in the House, in Congress.
Erdogan, like Abdullah of Jordan, like Sisi, and like Mohammed bin Zayed, even to ask them to do more than what they're already doing will be very difficult. So I think the Abraham Accords or the notion of expelling Palestinians from their homeland, I think that's just out of the question.
We had former U.S. Ambassador Chas Freeman recently on our show, and something he said, I wanted your reaction, is he said Israel has achieved the impossible, which is bring together the Shia and the Sunni world in the Middle East together, at least as far as the Palestinian cause goes. Do you think there is something in that statement?
Yes, I believe that is true to a significant degree. The United States has been creating a divide between a sectarian divide, racial. They've been using sectarianism, racism, and religious hatred for many years now, many decades now, but especially after the revolution in Iran, it's been used much more and often through Saudi Arabia in the 1980s and the 1990s. until ironically, until Mohammed bin Salman came to power, he distanced himself from these extremist groups, and their funding has decreased ever since. But interestingly, now it's Mr. Erdogan who's taken over, and it's Qatar that is funding these extremist groups almost exclusively. So they're now his henchmen. But yes, these groups have had a huge impact.
Right, but it's
but
because
I think that
a lot of people, they don't actually understand or care to understand. They just listen to what their pastor said in America. That is absolutely true, that the Palestinians are the ones that are the descendants of the biblical Israel, of the Israel in the Bible. That it's the Palestinians that are descendants of that. The ones that we call Israelis are European. The white ones, anyway. Obviously, there are some people who live in the Israeli regime who are African. Some Palestinians still live in what we call Israel. But yeah, the actual Palestinians are the indigenous people there. Yes, they are. They are the descendants.
After the sacrifices made by Hezbollah in Gaza, which are unique. I mean, the people of Gaza fought for their lives, but Hezbollah willingly sacrificed themselves to help to save the people of Gaza. And the war on the Lebanese border was unprecedented. There's never been such an intense war between the Israeli regime and anyone, compared to when we look at what was going on for a couple of months along the Lebanese border. And ultimately, the ceasefire was just a decrease in the hostilities. Otherwise, the Israelis kept their forces along in the north. So Hezbollah, they made huge sacrifices. Ansarullah made huge sacrifices. The Iraqis, and we saw that in Abu Ubaida's speech. He thanked Iran, he thanked Hezbollah, he thanked Ansarullah, he thanked the Iraqis, and he thanked Jordanian citizens who, on their own, at their own initiative, went into Palestine and fought and were martyred. So I think that is very substantial, and that I think weakened this racist and sectarian narrative that has been created that has been promoted for decades now, and it currently is being promoted by Qatar and others and Turkey and the Turkish regime. But in any case, it is something that should be of concern always, because as the West grows weaker, in order to maintain hegemony, they have to use the tools of divide and rule more extensively.
My final question is about U.S. Iran relationship. Donald Trump, just having come to power, also signed an executive order to impose the sanctions even more brutally on Iran, while maintaining that he is open to a deal. That's something that he is doing even with the Russians, even with everyone. And I wanted to ask you, what's the feeling in Tehran and Iran in general about the US at this moment, as far as their relationship goes? And secondly, to what extent is Iran worried about further sanctions, given a lot of oil trade now goes to China, and the United States is imposing tariff war and trade war on China as well? To what degree the US can actually hurt the Iranian economy, given there is also idea and popularity among sections in Iran that they should normalize relationship with the West because the economy takes that toll?
Well, I've been in Moscow for the last 3 days, so I don't know exactly. I have to go back to Tehran to be able to give a better answer to that question. As far as I know, and I've been very busy, so I haven't been following the news as well as I should have. But as far as I know, it's not an executive order. But in any case, the United States has already imposed maximum pressure sanctions on Iran. When Biden came to power, he did not remove any of those sanctions. In fact, he's repeatedly been adding new sanctions, for new companies or companies that have been created, they get sanctioned and so on. So there really isn't anything for Trump to sanction. And it's just like Russia. Iran and Russia are both basically under maximum pressure sanctions. In fact, recently the Russian oil fleet and their oil and gas companies, which have been sanctioned, basically what that's done is it made Russia become more like Iran, because Iran has already been sanctioned. This oil and gas industry completely, this banking industry as well. So the Iranians have learned how to circumvent the sanctions regime, and it does trade with China, not because during the last 4 years the United States has become more lenient, but because Iran and China have devised new ways to do trade without being vulnerable to the Americans, without using Western financial institutions and so on, and by not using tankers that are under the authority of the West or fearful of Western dictates. So I cannot say for certain, but I think it will be much more difficult for Trump to be able to put pressure on Iran this time around. I'm not saying he's not going to do anything or that he won't be able to do some things, but this is not 7 years ago. The situation is much different. And China, as I think
That's
you
a
were
good
alluding,
point.
as you were saying, I think you're implying that China is also different from the China 7, 8 years ago, and it has a vested interest in ignoring the United States, or is going to resist the United States more today than before. So I don't think that the Americans have many cards up their sleeves, and Trump doesn't have a special card up his sleeve that Biden didn't have. There's nothing new in there's nothing new. He doesn't have some special power or some special authority that didn't exist before. So I think it's going to be more difficult in Iran.
I thought Italians were not white after the Luigi fiasco. And Emily said, which is really funny and true, their whiteness is in a constant state of flux. It depends on which way the wind is blowing. That is true. That is really true. They sometimes have their white card taken away.
There are those who want an agreement with the United States, but I think that in general, the mood in Tehran is different from 2015. In 2015, after we signed a nuclear agreement with the United States, they began violating it from day one under Obama, and then Trump tore up the agreement. So even though many do want an agreement, but they don't want to be cheated again like in 2015. So Iran's position today is much stronger than it was back then, and the United States has many more difficulties, like the war in Ukraine. So the circumstances have changed. Iran has a stronger position, and also, Trump not only did the United States violate the JCPOA, the nuclear deal, and then later on Trump tore it up, but also we saw the Minsk Accords, how the West betrayed Russia, and also now Trump is saying the third phase of the ceasefire agreement is rubbish and shouldn't be implemented. That's a ceasefire that was basically signed under his pressure. So if Trump is going to betray the Palestinians and the Russians and the Iranians, if we look at his past track record, that is going to make it all the more difficult for Iranians and Russians to negotiate with Trump in the future, because he's simply not someone who can be trusted. So negotiations with the United States, potential negotiations, I don't know if they will take place, but the Iranians are going to be much more cautious than before.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Professor Morandi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hi. My name is Ayushman. I, along with Jyotisman, have started this platform. The last 2 years, we have tried to
India and global left. All right, I'll subscribe. Sure. That was a good interview.
A protective edge. They hadn't realized it.
I have to finish this. I meant to finish this. All right. Yeah, I really like Mohammed Morandi. He's really good. Andrew Tate's such a loser. If words upset you, then you're an F word, trying to be all badass, but then he's like bowing down to the Israeli regime, being like, oh, maybe he's not trying to take Gaza. Maybe it's 8-dimensional chess. It's like they try to be badass by acting like they're so brave because they punch down on queer people. And then when it comes to the Israeli regime, they're like, no, please. It's so pathetic. I am still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with it. It's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. Still dealing with it. So yeah, as I've been continuing to tell people to please get in people's comments, large YouTubers who are on the left, people like Breaking Points, people like The Majority Report, people like Vosh, people like Mehdi Hassan, and tell them to have me on. Keep tweeting at YouTube. Keep retweeting my tweets about it, because I'm still tweeting about it like every day. I'm still tweeting about it every day. So keep retweeting mine and tweeting at these people. Tweeting at the people, retweeting my tweets, tweeting at YouTube. And if you are able to support me on Ko-Fi or Patreon, that too, because that also helps since I lost all my income from YouTube. Yeah, go to their chats, go to their lives, go to their videos. Anyway, though, I'm going to wrap this up. We've been almost 4 hours. Hey, hopefully I can Twitch partner soon. What's weird is that I did get an invite for Twitch saying to become an affiliate. But then when I went to Twitch, they're like, you're almost an affiliate. Okay, so I'm not then. Yes. Also, I'm preferring right now people to stream me on Twitch and not on YouTube, since, you know. Anyway, I love you all. Free Palestine. Thank you so much, everybody who joined chat. Despite the shitty situation, especially with YouTube doing what they're doing to me, I also still had fun with you guys and still do have fun. So thank you guys for doing this and having fun. Definitely follow me on Twitch if you're not, and stream there if you can. Free Palestine always, 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 always. Until they're free. And wait, let me read this before I go. Once you hit affiliate, remember to remind people to use their Amazon Prime to sub to your channel. You get $5 a month from it, and it costs them nothing. That's awesome. Yes. Okay, thank you, Emily. Thank you for letting me know that. I did not know that. So yeah, definitely join on Twitch. Let's get there. And I felt like I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, join Discord if you guys haven't. The Discord link is in my YouTube community part. And if you guys want to see me in between these streams, you can also follow me on TikTok and all of that, where I post a lot of videos. I post a lot on TikTok. All right, everybody. I love you. Free Palestine. And I will see you guys on Sunday. I'm going to do a stream on Sunday. All right. Love you guys.